Oh, yo. I'm here. Why is it not picking up my desktop audio? What? Wait, hold up. Oh, it's too low. I was like, why is it not picking it up? Okay, don't worry, I'm here. Me and Ellie, we went out for a little run, and now we're back. Why is my camera not? Okay, I have this on. There you go. Yeah, no, I saw you guys link the trailer when I wasn't live. I'm like, no fucking way the trailer's out already. Hold up, let me change the lighting on my little lamp right here in the back. Bear with me. Yeah, you guys are gonna get my morning voice right now. Yeah, you guys are gonna get my morning voice right now. Why did the light change? Hold up, give me another sec. Why is it doing that? Okay, that's better. Let me turn this one on. Good morning, Ellie. Good morning, beautiful. How are you doing? All right, I think the light's good right there. Yo, the plan. Yo, hey, hold up. Before Wiz sees, we hitting 600 today, brothers. We gotta go live a little early so we can hit 600. we got like 8-9 more chapters to read before we hit 600. We're gonna talk with Wiz in like about 2 hours. But I forgot that Xbox presentation started in 2 hours. Here, Ellie. I love you, Ellie. Go have fun outside, Ellie. Can you up your mic volume a little bit? Is it? Yeah, it looks like it's low. Yeah. Well, you guys let me know. How does it sound? I recently started lowering the volume just so what's it called? Just so it wouldn't sound so loud when I spiked. But if it's low, you guys let me know. Oh my god, I have no space on my desk. I literally bought the Odyssey yesterday. And I'm using it to boost up my mic a little bit, so it's like a little bit closer to my mouth, and it sounds a little bit clearer. Early 600 are one of the most entertaining chapters in Volume 3. I'm excited. I think we're gonna do the character trailer first. I'm gonna do the character trailer first, and then we'll read as much of Volume 3 as we can before we talk with Wiz. So we're gonna get Leonardo. There we go. Bro, I gotta ask him how the he does that font. What font is that? When he uploads a video, I don't know what font he's using. Call me dumb, bro. I do all my fonts from my phone. Alright, let me get the trailer up. Lord of the Mysteries trailer. Oh my god, it's right there. It's fucking right there. Oh my... Okay, wait. Shouldn't I look at the... Isn't there a character preview first? The fuck, it says he's live. Bro, Wiz also going 11:30 minutes, I think. Slip screen time with slip screen. Really? He's gonna go 11:30 minutes? Oh, here, let me look at the Leonard trailer then. I think our lives are gonna overlap today. They're probably gonna overlap. Everybody's gonna have to put both streams up. Yeah, you guys are gonna have to go split screen mode. Yeah, all right, you guys let them know, like, we're going split screen mode today. Yeah, like we're joining the race. Yeah, that's right. All right, let me switch this. PC. Why is my camera off? Okay. Leonard trailer. I'm fucking pumped. I'm pumped. I'm right. Why is my live chat not working? Turn on. Ah, there it is. There it is. Romero's modding 2 chats, dude. We're putting him in overtime today. I'm sorry, Romero. Yeah, I know. I didn't schedule it last night. Me and the missus, we fell asleep, and we're like, oh my god. And then I didn't even get to schedule the stream ahead of time. I was like, I fucked up. That was on me. But today is another beautiful and glorious days, brothers. Oh, it's Leonard, right? We're getting the Leonard preview. Oh, I thought we were gonna get Dunn Smith before Leonard, but you know what? The studio knows what they're doing. They're like, we should give him Leonard. We should give him Leonard next. So you guys ready? This one is definitely gonna be a 2-minute react. All right, watch. Check this out. All right, you guys ready? Wait, hold up. Where's my playlist? Let me make sure I have my playlist ready. Okay, it's good. Before I forget. Okay, we're good. All right. Let me pause the music. I'm pumped. I'm ready. I'm excited. Wow. My mic. Wow. Wait, it didn't pick up my No. So look, this is I think I'm gonna tell him if he wants to get into the volume 3 discussion. The only thing I cannot talk about is a Zik. I cannot wait, hold up. Quick talk. I cannot talk about a Zik and I cannot talk about that freaky moment. I cannot talk about anything with Alem and Tracy. I can talk about Edwina joining. I can't talk about I can't talk about Alem and Tracy's interaction. I can talk about Edwina and I can't talk about a Zik. But I think that's it. But I think that's all we're able to talk about. But here we go. Let's drink some of this. Oh my god, man, this fucking coffee is delicious. You guys ready? I'm excited. Wait. I don't have the life counter. Wait, my thing is a little crooked. Hold up. Let me just fix this. Let me... Ah, we went up a subscriber. Thank you. If you're watching, thank you. Thank you if you're watching. Okay. I was just fixing that up there. I'm so ready. I'm so fucking pumped. I think it's best to wait on more streams so Wiz reads the Zik lore and then you guys can talk about it. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we can't talk about the fathers becoming mothers. You guys, right now, okay, after this trailer reaction, you guys gonna help me, like, outline what we can talk about? Well, I guess we can come up with it, like, as we're talking together. Triple D next week. Are you guys ready? Oh, the Triple Ds. Derek, Dunn, Dally. Man, that sounds like a good one. All right, here we go. You guys pumped? Wiz, we're going split screen today, dude. Yo, Haley, thank you, dude. Thank you, Haley. Thank you for being tier 1. Yo, I'm sorry, Wiz. I didn't set it up last night. Hey, we're gonna go split screen mode. The viewers are gonna be split screen mode today. Today's a race. Today's a race, brother. I ain't wearing no dress. I already wore a wig. Hey, I just got back from a run with my puppy, and I'm like, you know what? I can go live. Wait, hold up. Let me fix this. Oh, shit. Oh, fucked up my thing. Wait. Hold up. Yeah. Just give me a little bit. Dude, Haley, thank you so much. Now you can spam all the crazy emotes we made. And then we should add more. I'm telling you, I'm ready to go clown makeup. I'm ready. I'm pumped. Whew. Excited. You guys pumped? Here we go. Yo, what's up? Hello. How's the audio? Is it good? Oh my god, he's the protagonist. Ah, it's the protagonist talking. Oh, here we go, dude. Oh, how's the audio? It sounds really loud, right? Look, so beautiful. Ah, why does he look so good? He has green eyes? He's just like me. We both have green eyes. Ah, it's the true protagonist, the real protagonist of Volume 1. Oh my god, he's so gorgeous. Who did he just punch? Oh my god, 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 we're getting fights. Woo! Ah, the hair. Oh my god, the fingernail. Yes. Ah, oh my god, wait, spoilers. This is a spoiler discussion. This is a spoiler video. Oh my god, it was the Tracy fight. No, not the Tracy fight. Yeah, oh my god, okay. Wait, hold up, that's another fight. That's a separate volume, dude. That's Oppenheimer music. This is really good, dude. Oh, this is... Dude, if I don't pause in between, I feel like it ends too quickly. It goes by so fast, dude. Oh my goodness. He is so fucking gorgeous. He is so beautiful. Literally the real protagonist. Wait, we said spoilers in the beginning, right? Dude, hold up. The only time I got mad at him is when you guys told me that he was the new MC. Not because I hate him, just because I really liked Klein and I still thought he died. Bro, I got so mad. You guys gaslit me into believing that. But I love him, dude. Leonard, oh, he's such a beautiful man. He's literally the best MC. Anime onlys aren't ready for when Leonard becomes an MC in season 2. Dude, people are gonna go crazy. Like, literally, when it cuts to Leonard, like watching Dunn and Klein be like, is he the new main character? Dude. The anime only reactions are gonna be so funny, dude. Oh my goodness. People are gonna be like, fuck this. Like, what? Klein is dead after season 1? And people are like, what? And then like, bro, just watch 5 more minutes. Oh my, this is gonna be so beautiful. He's so beautiful. This is what it means for. Oh, I thought he was. Wait, hold up. Let's not do volume 2 spoilers. Let's stick to volume 1 spoilers. But when he said 2 protagonists, if you know, you know. Yeah, that works perfectly fine, Wiz. Yeah, for sure. An hour and a half. I mean, we can do it whenever. I'm ready. I just wanted to watch the trailer like early in the morning before I forgot. But this is gorgeous, dude. This is beautiful. We need Z whole episode Leonard. I hope we do. Maybe a spin-off episode is it with that. The wheels of history are set in motion. Dude, he's so beautiful. Oh my, there are always some special people in the world like you and me. Look at this dude. Yo, Wiz, I was gonna ask, how do you even do that new font, man? I use CapCuts for editing, and I don't even know how to do that font. I haven't been able to find that one, dude. Dude, what is this shot right here? What is this? What is this referencing, dude? What's with all the red strings? Whoa, wait, hold up before you tell me. These were the same red strings when we saw Audrey, right? When it was connected to all the masks? Or no? No, it's probably something else. Who's that shadow, dude? Who is that supposed to be? Oh, on your thumbnails. I was like, I've never been able to find that fun. Let me sip my coffee. I've never been able to find that thumbnail on CapCuts because I do all my thumbnails for I literally do all my thumbnails for my phone, bro. And the blood vessel thief. What? Who is this? The blood vessel thief. It's the old man. Oh, you think this is... Are you guys talking about volume 2? You think this is a volume 2 spoiler? Do you think this is the volume 2 spoiler? I don't know which... let's keep it about... No. Don't worry, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm thinking... maybe this is? Do you think this is the parasite? Oh, it's the sealed artifact blood vessel thief? Dude, I don't even remember him. It's been so long, man. We read that in like we read that like 6 months ago. Hold on, my memory's actually failing me. I caught the live. It's America. Yo, what's up? Thank you for joining, dude. Old man for sure. I think it is. Oh wait, whatever Merlin said, I didn't read if there was a spoiler. No, I actually don't know what I read. I read old man, blood vessel thief. I don't think I read what he said after. No, it's okay. So it's all right. We're okay. Okay. That's so cool. It's the protagonist, dude. Oh, that is so awesome. Wait, I see. I used Photoshop and I had to download the font line myself. It took me so long to find it too. Blood vessel thief. Wait. The blood vessel thief was a sealed artifact Klein had the option to take against Migoose. But he was the one that stole it? Yo, everyone, I forgot about that, bro. Thank you for reminding me. I completely forgot about that. It's been so long since I've read volume 1. Dude, he is so fucking beautiful, dude. He is so gorgeous. My spiritual intuition that many was... The spoilers are strong today. Who is this? Oh, wait, I know who this is. Wait, don't tell me. This was from their first mission. Not as the Nighthawks, but as a Blackthorn security company. When they want to go find the kid, right? These were the kidnappers. And then it led them to the Antigonus family notebook. Remember when Klein like, wait, the book is like right here across the street. Like, oh, what a coincidence, right? That's who he's punching. Because I remember he knocked him out in one punch. I do remember reading that. He knocked him out in like just one beautiful flamboyant punch. And he was out. That's all it took. So that's what this is. These are the people that... Who is he fighting? What is going on right here? He fights on a boat? The only boat fight I remember... This isn't the harbor fight. This is not the harbor fight because he was... he was like unconscious, but he was observing Klein. And this isn't the fight against... this part is confusing me. Maybe this is like a flashback. This is either a flashback or a anime only scene. Probably the Rampager Volume 1. Well, like the Rampager in Volume 1 was with Klein and Old Neil, right? This might be a flashback, because in the mandated Punisher fights he wasn't there. It was Klein and Old Neil, right? The Rampager Sailor. Unless he's like recalling the fight and Leonard is like, oh, if I was in the fight, this is what I would have done. Yeah, he wasn't there for the Rampager fight, but him being the real protagonist, I can see him being like, oh, this is what I would have done in the fight against the Rampager. By the way, what the is he holding? When does he use a scythe? Or a lance? What is this? Yeah, it's probably a flashback. It won't make sense to replace old. No, it's probably a flashback, or like they're trying to hype him up. It could be. It's either a flashback or this is literally the protagonist inserting himself. Yeah, I don't know why it's on a ship. Maybe. Dude, I swear it'd be so funny if he's actually inserting himself into that Rampager fight. Like, this is what I would have done. That, or it's an anime-only flashback. Dude, what weapon is this? He's never used this before, has he? I don't remember him summoning a pole like Black Myth Wukong. I don't know. I don't think I've seen this before. Look at this dude. Oh, just show us Trissy. What are you doing? Dude, he is so freaking stunning. Look at this beautiful man, dude. Oh, my bro thinks he's Gambit. Gambit. You know what, dude? When you say it like that, he kind of does look like Gambit, right? Maybe he kind of does act like Gambit, where he's like the MC. Dude, he looks crazy. This is so good. My heart is overflowing with poetry, dude. You guys don't even know. Like, we've been reading this for so long, and the fact that we're finally getting it, man. It's crazy. Makes me think of Fate. You know what, dude? It's crazy. Like, their level, it's up there with Ufotable, bro. Like, I don't talk about it on stream, but I've watched basically all of Fate. I've watched like all the Fate Stay Night routes, even like the old David Productions. Davis Productions? I think I still have the Blu-rays up here. Like, I've watched all of them. Like, this is so, like, it hits just as good as Ufotable hits, bro. Like, when like Ufotable is popping off, bro, it hits just as good. This might be better. Or it might be just as good. Hold up. We're not trying to start a war here, but this is really good. I think they might change the backgrounds for fights and the characters to not spoil the show. Like the final battle, which was shown to be in a church, whereas in the novel it's not there. Yeah, I forgot about that. The Magoose fight looked like it was in a cathedral, and it wasn't in Blackthorn Security Company. Yeah. Then explain Fate for us. All right, you got Fate Stay Night. Wait, hold up. We'll make that its own video. But if you guys are ready, I think we're ready. No, not ready. If you guys are ready for our outro, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to tune in, watch our first To Be a Hero X reaction, our first anime react. Let me know if it was good, mad, bad, okay. All right, I think that's it. Look, we did a react in under 10 minutes. Isn't that amazing? I think that was pretty good. But you know what? I can talk about Leonard for like another 30 minutes. I'll be honest, man. Wait, hold up. I used to call him Leonard, but it's Leonard. All right, we'll leave it there. All right, peace. Later. A video explaining Fate may actually get popular. Dude, it's crazy. Yeah. David Productions originally did Fate Stay Night. Their adaptation was kind of meh. And then Ufotable got the rights. And then they did like a 1-hour compilation of that, right? And then they did Fate Stay Night on Limbled Blade Works, right? Which was Rin's route. But for some reason, they didn't remake Saber's route. And then like years later, they did the Heavensfield route. And that was a 3-part movie. And it's all tied into that one visual novel, Fate Stay Night. Oh, it goes so hard. And then you got the whole expanded universe. And you got Witch on the Holy Night. It's in the same universe as Tsukihime. And then that's in the same universe as Garden of Sinners. And then that's connected to his fate. Oh, it's so good, bro. Discussing Clown. Wait, are we reading today? Yeah, we're going to be reading today. Or just trailer react? Yeah, we're going to be doing that. I am not a Saber fan. I am a Rin fanboy. Good shit, brother. There you go. You know, they should do a Saber route. Like, it's crazy that they haven't done the Saber route. But then they've been working on that Genshin anime for like years at this point, and like they haven't announced anything, dude. And I feel like once that comes out, then maybe we'll get a Saber route. Left ear listening easy, right ear listening to Wiz. Oh, is he also live right now? Wait, fuck. Is he reading? Hold the fuck up. Hold up. We're doing recon. Hold up. We gotta. Oh shit, he's live. Oh, he's gonna stop at 591 today. Oh. Oh no. Oh shit. All right, guys. We're fucking locking in. Check general chat. Wait, what? Where? On Discord? Here, I have it open right here. The race begins. Oh shit. Oh shit. All right, here we go. Here we fucking go. The race begins, brothers. Hey guys, hey, I didn't say this, but you guys told him like, hey man, if you want, you guys can like put off that volume 2 discussion. You guys already talked about volume 2. Tell him that. Be like, hey man, you guys already talked about volume 2. You guys can talk about another day. You guys should do like you guys should do your race right now. Don't worry about doing a discussion. Like, bro, just keep reading. Just go tell him that, all right? You guys be like, don't. Yeah, everybody go spam the race begins. Just keep reading, bro. Like, don't worry about the volume 2 discussion. We'll tell him to like do it another day. But you guys are saying that, not me, okay? All right. Let me pull up the chapter. Remember, I didn't say it. You guys said it, okay? I better not see no snitches in his stream. Hold up. Let me pull up the stream. I better not see no snitches. You guys better tell him the race begins, right? I better not see no snitches saying I said that, okay? Oh, he got to the owl part. Bro, he's right on her fucking tail, dude. Yeah, no. We need another volume 2 order to kiss the slander. We start fucking the Aurora order, bros. Tell him to get ready for the discussion and then don't. No, that's me. No, we can't do that. No, we can't do that. No, that's fucked up. Like, all right, we'll be talking a bit, and then he ends. He would genuinely hate us if we do that. No, we're not gonna do that. Well, that is a fucked up idea, dude. They are good people. The Aurora orders misunderstood. They are good people, guys. That is such a mean idea. No, I would never do that. Let me just. If I had enough drinks, maybe. No, but I would never do that. All right, let's keep reading. The more I say it, the more tempting it sounds. You know, anything for a race. Oh shit, we're locking in today, guys. All right, zero stalling. Don't distract me, okay? Nah, you guys don't need to tell me that. All right, hold up. I'm just trying to put up the chat. Hold up. I mean, fuck, man. I'm just trying to put up the chapter. I'm not even trying to stall. It's literally just this acting up. I need my notes open. Oh, wait. How am I on space? Wait. Memory 237 gigs. That we can get our stream ready.
Finish brewing.
What, Laura? Yeah, catch up and have a discussion will be easy without being scared of spoiling. Good shit, D. There, you tell him that. Yeah, tell him that. You keep it up. There you go. Keep it up. Keep telling him, like, don't worry about the discussion. Keep reading. Like, you never know if he's gonna slip up. All right, Mr. A is a good person, bro. You know who I'm ready to see? I'm ready to see Mr. E, dude. When Mr. E comes out, I'll be like, oh my god, he's just like me. All right, let's get this ready. I just downloaded. You downloaded something? Mr. A is misunderstood. That's what they want you to believe, man. He's been indoctrinated. All right. Here we go, guys. We are here. The race continues. We are reading Volume 3, Traveler. And we will be continuing at 592. 3 advancements in a week. Quick disclaimer. Thank you to all our new members. Thank you to our beautiful moderators. Everybody's always coming in supporting us. If you guys like, we uploaded our first ever anime react to Be Hero X episode 1. Crazy. It'd mean the world to me if you show some support to that video. And then we try and do more anime reacts on the side. And then eventually we get ready for the eventual Lord of Mysteries Donghua release, which is this month. So that's in like 20 days, bro. Chap update? Oh, yeah, we definitely got to update the chapter. All right, let's do that and let's keep reading. But yes, thank you. How was our intro? Hey, yo, what's up, dude? Yeah, we're going split screen today, all right? Easy has consumed the anime react potion. We consumed the anime react potion, and YouTube did not like it. There was a lot of visual copyrights, or there's a lot of visual claims. There was a lot of visual restrictions, audio restrictions. So the video ended up being a lot shorter than it was supposed to be. We trimmed the whole video from 27 to 25 minutes, and then YouTube was like, no, this video needs to be 19 minutes, because there were 6 more videos that like, you can't post this. All right, but now we can keep reading. So yeah, it means the world to me if you guys can show some support on that video. But all right, let's keep reading. Did you see the muted sailor part? The mutated sailor part? Dude, the... Did you see the... You know, yeah, we just saw that right now, Wind Valley. Did you see the mutated sailor part? The Dunkwa interpretation added fights on that ship at the port. No, this is... You know what'd be funny, bro? I'm thinking of, like, when they recount that story, like, Lenart self-inserts himself into the story because he's a rampager. No, because he's the main character, right? It'd be funny if that's what ends up happening. Nice precision by Wind Valley. But yeah, Wind Valley's right. That's probably what it is. That's fucking crazy, dude. I like the more we see on it, the more hope I have, right? Mr. A must have wanted to be the true creator's mistress, but didn't drink the witch potion. Like, he was already beautiful, right? You know what? He's already beautiful. He can still be his mistress. It's okay. You know what? Hold up. In real note, at the end of the day, I think everybody would be in love with him. Yeah. All the 22 saints. Oh no, it's the 5 saints. It's 5 saints and it's the 22 oracles. But I feel like all of them would be in love with the true creator, you know? All right, corruption already? No. 0 corruption. All right, let's keep reading. Change the music. Let's change the music. I was about to start playing Mirror's Edge music. No, we can't play that. All right. Mr. A just mentioned that's some high level corruption. No, it's not corruption. It's a beautiful story about love and like the things you would do for love, you know? Right? he didn't even be grazed by a demoness. Ultimate femboy. He doesn't need no witch boy potion. He's already beautiful. Also, the last sentence in the preview, instead of saying poems flow within my chest, the English translation used poems in my breast. No fucking way they said that, really? Wait, the last sentence in the preview, I didn't even catch that. Instead of saying poems flow within my chest, the English translator used poems in my breast. I didn't actually catch that. What the fuck? That's actually funny, dude. Oh shit, he said that? What the fuck? You know what? That's funny. Intentional or unintentional? That's pretty funny. Bro always transformed into a woman, truly the ultimate. Yeah, he's gorgeous. What's that one thing he says in hold up. We're gonna go PG-13 for like 2 seconds. With bad translation? Alright, hold on. I'm gonna go PG-13 for like 2 seconds, because this was a reference. If you guys have watched Steins Gate, you'll know what I'm talking about. But a certain character in Steins Gate, he goes, balls or not, bro. And I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. But that's a Steins Gate reference, if you know that. Did anybody understand that reference? Yeah, he says that, dude. We're going to catch up like 3 minutes. I know. Okay, no more stalling. Now we fucking lock in. No more stalling. Easy stalling potion. Fuck, man. We've been live for how long? That's bad. That's bad, guys. You guys had made me stall for too long. How could you guys do this to me? All right, let me just set my top screen up. Have OBS, YouTube. All right, now we can do our strongest soldier died. No more. 2 streams at the same time. This is kind of painful. No, it's not painful. We're gonna be dual streaming. It's a speed run today. It's gonna be a speed run. It's a speed run. It's a speed run. Don't worry. Today is a speed run. It's not gonna be painful. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be a beautiful competition. Easy. Wiz is reading fast. He's streaming. Okay, he's catching up. Oh my god, I have to turn off his stream. Oh no, it's scaring me, dude. It's scaring me. I'm gonna turn off his stream. That's scaring me, dude. All right, hold up. I don't even want to look at that. That's scaring me, dude. Reality is sinking in. All right, we continue. All right, the race continues. Chapter 592. 3 advancements in a week. I forgot to do my fucking timestamp. Holy shit, bro. I am choking. 1 minute, 31 seconds. Copy paste. 592. We got the pace. We gotta keep it up. We gotta keep it up. We gotta keep her going. We gotta keep her going. I'm calling now tomorrow. Fuck it. Okay, no, I'm not calling out tomorrow. All right. Chapter 592. 3 advancements in a week. What has me receiving the mission the day before yesterday have to do with when I find him? If I didn't need to spend a day waiting for the snake of fate, Will Ossipton to locate me, I could have done so 24 hours earlier. That's what professionalism is. Klein answered calmly, you can choose not to hear what I have to say. Darkwood choked back to the words he had prepared as his facial muscles twitched. Go ahead and say it. Klein described flatly, I received intel that Roy King has been captured by the military and is presently imprisoned in the Governor General's office. News I received from Rhodes has added inwardly. For reals. Darkwood couldn't hold back again as he widened his eyes and blurted out a retort. Klein nodded indiscriminately and said, my information source is sufficiently reliable, but I have no way of confirming it. Darkwill said in hesitation, this is because it involves an important sealed artifact of the life school of thought, Klein said directly. Darkwill immediately jumped in fright as he took 2 steps back and looked around warily, afraid that someone had heard what Klein had just said. Can this sort of thing be said out on the street? How he knows that we're from the life school of thought, and he knows that Old Man is involved in an important sealed artifact. I only learned of that from my last communication with him. Darkwell gradually began to believe the adventurer in front of him. Klein swept a glance at the owl, who swooped down and landed on the chubby apocryphy shoulders. You can make your payment. I can't confirm it. I can't just believe what you say, right? Darkwell said stubbornly. Then he saw the eyes of the adventurer in front of him turn abnormally cold. He trembled and hurriedly said, all right, I'll barely count it as you complete the mission. Unwittingly, he took out a wad of cash from a secret pocket in the witch doctor and robes and handed it to Klein. Sorry, I can't read. It's a little early. I haven't even had breakfast yet. And handed to Klein 100 pounds in charge. Although he was a beyonder, the physical enhancements he obtained from his job as an apocryphy and a beast tamer wasn't enough to play a role in direct combat. He wasn't necessarily able to defeat an ordinary person with a revolver. Really? As for the Beyonder pet he heard, it was also a fellow without any combat powers. Faced with an experienced and resourceful adventurer who was also likely a Beyonder, both he and the owl together wasn't necessarily his match. All he could do was act as he said. It wasn't easy saving up the amount of money he lamented inwardly. It was indeed profitable being an apocryphy, even more so when he's out in the colonies. There were pirates, sailors, and adventurers. There were all sorts of people, and the official organizations were more relaxed on enforcing the rules. He could sell certain banned medicine without anyone coming to knock at his door. For the past 2 months, just as the customers from the Red Theater was enough to earn him more than what he previously earned in a year. However, as a Beyonder, was enough to earn him more than what he had previously earned in a year at the Red Theater. However, as a Beyonder, his expenses were huge as well. The saving he had primarily been expended when advancing to Beast Tamer. Later, he reared a pet and with great difficulty bought the potion formula and ingredients for it. He also purchased defensive charms for himself, leaving him only a few £100 in savings. Klein received the cash and, while counting it, verified the authenticity before putting it in his pocket and leaving. After seeing Klein's figure disappear from the alley, Darkwell's expression sank. It's too dangerous here, too dangerous. I have to leave as quickly as possible. As he mumbled, he returned inside his herb store. Once inside, he dragged a brown suitcase and quickly stuffed all sorts of clothes and cash, which had been folded neatly into it. Finally, he poured out the notes and coins of different denominations from the cash register, stuffed them into the pocket, and took the fate identification documents he had spent a fortune on. With a brown suitcase, he walked out of his folk herb store, looking back at the various medicine ingredients he hadn't finished selling yet. Darkwell's chubby face clearly twitched. He took a breath and locked the door while resisting his aching heart. I'm starting to like him now. You guys are hearing the ravings, having 2 streams up at once? Yeah, we're at 592. He went straight for the harbor by getting a rental carriage, heading for Bayham's Liner Ticketing Company. It's too dangerous, way too dangerous. Old Man has been caught. He's been caught. He sat in the carriage and repeated himself silently as he trembled. In this state, he finally arrived at the ticketing company, and after paying for the carriage, he rushed into the lobby and queued up for the liner to East Ballum. Darkwell kept taking a few drops as he closely followed the customer ahead of him and shifted forward. Get me the first ship out of here, he empathized. He's out, dude. Get me the first ship out of here, he empathized to himself. As he sporadically inched forward, Darkwell finally calmed down. His expression occasionally turned twist before quickly calming down. This repeated numerous times. When there was only one customer left in front of him, Darkwell paused on the spot. Dumbass, you dumbass. He cursed himself and immediately turned around, carried his suitcase, and walked out the ticketing lobby with his identification documents. Klein didn't care how Darkwell was saving his teacher, Roy King. He believed that it wasn't something that needed his concern. They have the life school of thought backing them. Even if they recently fractured, there's an ancient organization that was born in the early 5th epoch, making it have hundreds of years of history. It has a considerable heritage. Chubby Apocryphy will naturally be able to find someone to help. He's just gonna leave it like, someone else will come. Maybe Gurman will do it. Even if the life school of thought can't do it, it'll be useless even if I get into the Tarot Club to help. So there's no need for me to worry about him. The military in Bayam has a demigod. Of course, he might not be in the governor's general office and might be in a military base. Inside the carriage, Klein took out his wallet and looked at the paper crane in it, wondering if he should immediately throw it above the gray fog. I'll write longer, perhaps. How's the audio? The background music isn't too loud, right? I'll wait longer. Perhaps the Snake of Fate will also might want to give me some perks. No shot, we're teaming up. I should prepare a pencil next time. I neglected a problem. A paper crane is only this big. Using a fountain pen will quickly leave it without space to write. That will make it unable to contact Will Awesomton and end up just waiting passively. And I can't keep up the paper crane on me. Oh wait, and I can't keep the paper crane on me all day. In a few days, I'll send it back to the junk pile above the gray fog. After all, I cannot always have Will Awesomton tracking me. I have to be careful. Klein quickly made a decision and returned to the Wind of the Azure Inn, packed his suitcase, and checked out the luxury suite. To his delight, on Denitz's second time here, he made a prepayment, making him responsible for the 5 Solian fees. I wonder if Cuttlefish has watched Inception. Like, there's a whole paper crane, and then, like, he's communicating in his dreams. I feel like that's an Inception reference, right? Soon, Klein switched to a different district and came to Autumn Street, which was close to Mia's Leaf Bar. He stayed in an inn called Tina. He got to clean and simple room, which cost him 2 soli, 2 pence every day. There was also a complimentary cup of fruit juice squeezed from the gigantic fruit named Tiana. As he drank the silently sweet milky fruit juice, Klein no longer cared about his image. He slumped into a reclining chair and decided to daze off and take a nap for the next 2 hours before going above the gray fog to browse through the pair of his believers to experience the different facades people have. Buckland, the White family. The what family? Oh, Emlyn White. Emlyn looked at the blood-red gem that appeared in front of him and the altar, and he seemed to be able to hear it resonating with his blood. Emlyn looked at the blood-red gem that appeared... I just read this. That appeared in the front of him of the altar, and he seemed to be able to hear it resonating with his heart. After thanking Mr. Fool, he picked up the gem and felt the uniqueness flowing within it, so as to confirm that it was the inheritance of a sanguine baron. As long as I prepare the corresponding inheritance rich with supplementary ingredients, I'll become a baron, and this isn't difficult at this stage. Emlyn thought with anticipation and glee. According to the human systems, I would be a Sequence 6 Beyonder. The corresponding name is... He's gonna be a professor! What? I would be a Sequence 6 Beyonder. The corresponding name is Potion. The corresponding name is Potions Professor. And... Oh, wait! Potions Professor. It's not just Professor. The corresponding name is Potion Professor. In the blink of an eye, it was Monday again. Above the gray fog, a fleet was tearing through the thin fog and blue sea. Their flagship was a gigantic sailboat which hung a unique flag on it. It depicted an eyelash less than oh my god, I can't read. It depicted an eyelashless eye with 10 stars surrounding it. Admiral Stars Katlia stood by the window of the captain's cabin. Oh, my thing is falling down. As she quietly looked at the sunlight and shone through the thin fog until the wall clock produced its cuckoo. New sequence? Yeah, it is a new sequence. Sequence 6. Potions Professor. She glanced at the time and quickly converted the time to Lowen time. She then pulled the curtain and sat back behind her desk. Placed on the red wooden table was a brass sextant and a light blue celestial globe. The latter... I can't read today. I'm sorry. I'm choking today. Whew, man. It's setting in. Someone might pass us today. The later surface had a large swath of blankness, regions that hadn't been explored or were impossible to explore. Katlia reached out her fingers and played with celestial globe before closing her eyes as she awaited the full summoning. Before long, a crimson light flooded her eyes, drowning the prepared her completely. By the time she got used to the changes, she found herself in the holy palace propped up with stone and columns. She was before a long modeled bronze table. While Miss Justice was greeting everyone energetically, Katlia also expressed her respects to Mr. Fool, who was still covered in the grayish white fog. She did a simple sweep, and her black eyes with a slight ting of purple suddenly constricted. She realized that the hangman, the moon, and the sun, who were sitting opposite to her, had slight changes in their outward spirituality. It's different from before. Like, oh shit, like, how did they advance so quickly? What the fuck? This indicated that they have advanced. This meant that they had advanced in the past few days. In just a week, 3 Terror Club members have advanced. It's likely that the hangman and the moon have already reached Sequence 6. Is this a coincidence? No such thing as a coincidence. They happened to consume the potion this week. In terms of probability, there's a possibility the moon and the sun were purchasing ingredients last week, but this also serves to show that the Terror Club members advanced very quickly. Otherwise, there wouldn't be such a coincidence. That is true. Of course, it's not strange to advance quickly below Sequence 5 once a Beyonder masters the acting method and isn't lacking in resources. From Sequence 6 to 5, there's a need for a ritual and its digestion becomes increasingly difficult. It's difficult for such matters to happen again. Katlia retracted her gaze. Following that, Audrey apologized to Mr. Full, saying that she hadn't been in contact with a psychology alchemist recently and wasn't able to provide any result diary pages. 4 was in a similar situation. Her teacher was slow in replying to her, and the cold weather outside left her resistant against the idea of heading out. Having just advanced and having many things to settle, Derek wasn't able to produce new ancient myths. Klein could only calmly nod. Upon seeing this, Derek heaved a sigh of relief and turned his head to the other end of the long bronze table. Mr. World, I've obtained the method for separating... Oh, no shot! Dude, he got it! Mr. World, I've obtained the method for separating a Beyonder characteristic from the mental corruption left by a rampager. Let's go. Oh, shit, you guys are... Well, you guys were deleting some messages after we were talking about coincidences. Okay, okay. Oh, never. Not today, brothers. And if we get past, we will catch up. Don't say it so directly. At the end of the end... Klein is like, dude, shut up, Derek. Like, hold up. Not everybody needs to know. Don't say it so directly. At the end of the bronze table, Klein's expression nearly froze. Little son, although you have promised several times in the past, making Miss Justice and Mr. Hangman know of this matter, can't you see that Ma'am Hermit just joined? Klein resisted the urge to facepalm. He's like, bro. Oh, new chapter. All right, hold up. We're going straight into the next chapter. Oh, hold up. Go straight in. I'm doing my time stamp. Zero stalling. We're going straight into it. Look at that. Fast pace. 12. We didn't even hit 13 minutes in our recording, and we're already at the next chapter. We're going like speed today. Speed as lightning. Okay, I'm late. No, it's okay. We just saw the trailer. We only read one chapter, Lucas. We should drop the Rampager email. Cat Leah snitching, by the way. She sent a message to her. No, I remember that. I remember that, Clown. Cat Leah is snitching. She did send a message. Well, hold up. We don't know exactly if her organization is evil or bad. Okay, wait, zero stalling. Let's keep reading. 593. Once we get a 600, we can stall. Once we get a 600, we can stall. And don't worry, next week I'm gonna take like a few days off, and then we can read more. So we do get past. We're gonna catch up, and it's still gonna be neck and neck. Chapter 593 is called Solution, the method for separating a rampager mental corruption for a Beyonder characteristic. The hermit Katlia shot a glance at the world and guessed that he might have obtained 1 to 2 Beyonder characteristics that a rampager left behind. In addition, one of them likely involved the advancement characteristics for the world or someone close to him. This was a very easy inference, since if one didn't use a Beyonder characteristic as the main ingredient of a potion, the mental corruption of rampager in it didn't matter. If it was made in the mystical item, at worst the negative side effects would be extremely strong, making it equivalent to a sealed artifact, but that didn't mean that there was no way of using it. After adjusting his emotions, Klein controlled the world to answer hoarsely. Write it on a piece of paper and pass it to me. With that, Klein originally wished to encounter Little Sun for being a trustworthy person, but upon considering how the world's image was that of a gloomy and reserved person who didn't say anything else unless he had ulterior motives, he instantly fell into a slight dilemma. No, there's an ulterior motive. By letting Little Sun maintain his principles, it will make things a lot easier in the future. To put it simply, it will be easier to fleece him? That's kind of mean. Of course, I'll have to suffer the damage for his honesty and uptightness as a result. The world as an experienced and shrewd Beyonder in the eyes of Miss Justice, Mr. Hangman, and the others. They likely wouldn't notice any problems. Klein's mind raced as he made the world let out a deep laugh. You really are a trustworthy person. Your character is worthy of praise. Damn, that Hangman, thank you for spamming our new custom emote. Look at that. No chapter thoughts? We go monkey mode today. Yeah, no, it was good. Hey, it was a good chapter. The Hangman pricked up his brows and took the initiative to say to Derek, I'm also interested in the knowledge regarding this. What can I use to trade for this information? He planned to do the transaction if it wasn't too expensive, and he would give up if exceeded by his expectations. After all, he didn't have any use for it at the moment. Having been praised, Derek was still lost in joy. After 2 seconds of thought, he said with abnormality sincerity, Mr. Hangman, there's no need. You have often been giving me suggestions in the past when I was faced with trials. Just treat it as a way of showing my appreciation. If the world is a real person and was drinking, he definitely would have spewed out all the water in his mouth. Thankfully, he's neither drinking nor is he real. Klein mustered all the Beyonder powers of a clown to ensure his expression remained unchanged. The Hangman was briefly at a loss for words. The Sun reply was completely out of his expectations. He had been traveling to the seas for years, and he had experienced numerous encounters. His outlook on things was no longer that black and white. With many shades of gray at this moment, he felt a baffling sense of guilt. Your character is really worth our praise. Olger quickly composed himself and praised Little Sun. Don't copy what I said. Can't you use a different sentence? The world glanced at the Hangman as the fool and lamented how wild old foxes were all on the same. Dumbass? No, he's a dumbass. No, he's dumber than an ass. A dumb sheep. He is so oh my god. Literally the sun and moon. The moon, Emlyn silently condemned the sun. Dude, they're gonna become best friends at the end of the series. I already know it. The fact that the moon and the sun are this at odds, they're gonna become actually the best of friends towards the end. Watch. From this morning, he's like, oh, I was wrong about you this whole time. You're actually a really good guy. From this morning, he had been filled with anticipation for the Terror Gathering, as he had already advanced to Baron and had wished to find a chance to covertly flaunt himself. This might not be able to tell. Apart from Mr. Fool, Mr. Hangman likely can guess it. I should do something later to let them know I'm an honorable Lord Baron. Emlyn pondered as he listened. Towards Little Son's words, just as Audrey didn't feel any guilt or anger, as she knew very well that Mr. Hanged Man had been the one who had been guiding him every time. The others were only occasionally giving suggestions. This is a natural result of being a good person. I hope Mr. Hangman will become kinder in the future. She watched this scene in delight and didn't have the urge to spend money to obtain the method for separating the mental corruption for a beyond characteristic. Derek quickly turned around and obtained Mr. Fool's approval and conjured 2 yellowish-brown goatskin parchments. Klein controlled the world and took a piece. He scanned it impatiently. There are 2 methods. The first is to use an item that can steal the beyonder powers of others. I'm sorry. This is what we were talking about Wiz the other day. I mean, he mentioned up. Like how Swindler steals and maybe at a higher... Oh, wait, no. Secret Supplicant can steal other Beyonder powers, right? That's a pretty goated pathway, guys. Hold up. I think Romero's onto something about the Aurora Order. Extract the mental corruption left behind by a Rampager and concoct the Beyond... Wait, hold up. That was the first one. There are 2 methods. The first is to use an item that can steal the Beyonder powers of others. Extract the mental corruption... I can't read. Peak pathway, of course. It can't? Was I wrong? It can graze. Hold up. Maybe Creeping Hunger can graze a Wait, hold up. What if, like, Creeping Hunger tries to graze a characteristic? We never thought about that. What if Creeping Hunger can just graze the characteristic? Maybe. There are 2 methods. The first is to use an item that can steal the Beyonder powers of others. Extract the mental corruption left behind on a Rampager and concoct the Beyonder characteristic into a potion before the theft loses effect. I'm sorry. I feel like no. Okay, all right. This way, the mental corruption will have nowhere to go and will directly dissipate. The second is to hold a ritual and pray to one of the 2 mystical items in our City of Silver. Use its feedback to shatter Beyonder characteristic and let the mental corruption expire. After that, the Beyonder characteristic would automatically gather together slowly. Look at that, the law of Beyonder characteristics. I only managed to obtain the corresponding ritual procedure and was unable to obtain the precise description of the item. Only the elders of the 6-member councils will have the right to know it and preside over such a ritual. The ritual's procedure is, thoughts went through Clan's mind as he nearly forgot to control the world. The first method is indeed, he is so, awestruck that he's forgetting about the world. The first method is indeed something I never considered before. The sealed artifact... Oh, blood vessel. The sealed artifact Blood Vessel Thief behind Chana's Gate in Tinkin City is able to steal a target's Beyonder's powers. We were literally talking about the Blood Vessel today during the Leonard React. What a coincidence. We have to recruit Leonard and we need him to give us the Blood Vessel. By viewing a mental corruption as one of them, there's nothing wrong with this logic. But here comes the problem. The mental corruption inside the All Black Eye isn't that of an ordinary Beyonder but from the evil god, the true creator. Regardless of it's the Beyonders who's stealing the power of a mystical item of a similar trait, it will not be able to withstand such mental corruption. The former has a 100% chance of losing control, while the latter will directly be corrupted. In theory, I can sacrifice a similar mystical item and use it to replace the All Black Eye's corruption. However, the timing has to be done perfectly without any errors, otherwise the 2 items might not end up corrupted. King Cumber used the spirit of the Beyonder as a medium to get control over the Beyonder characteristics of the... Yeah, I guess. It's soul grazing. You physically devour and you graze the soul. All right, I thought maybe there's a third hidden technique that we just don't know about. Yeah, maybe not. It'd be too easy for Klein that way, right? Klein quickly analyzed the viability of the first option. As for the second option, it was similar to his Edwina's as previous guess. Only the details were somewhat different. The 2 powerful mystical items in the City of Silver are, at best, grade 0. Basically, it can be a true god sequence, 0 remains. Otherwise, there wouldn't be in such a pathetic state in the Forsaken Lands of Gods. Therefore, does it mean that in order to shatter beyond a characteristic, one doesn't need a god strength? It's enough to do it at the level of an angel. A Zik is a high sequence Beyonder. According to Little Sun, an angel is equivalent to the subsidiary gods and can barely become considered a god. Yes, this matter can be verified. Sea God Calvatua only obtained a portion of Calamity Kohim's characteristics. The remaining part is the Book of Calamity. There might even be a third part. I wonder where it's hidden, since it helps this high elf at the level of an angel be able to resist death. In short, it can be seen in Kohim's Beyonder characteristics was split into at least 2 parts. This is essentially the same as shattering a Beyonder characteristic. With all the evidence validating each other, I can make a preliminary conclusion that as long as the ritual is right, the feedback of a powerhouse at the angel level will be able to shatter beyond her characteristic. Then here comes the problem. Where do I find an angel? The one that smiled at us? No. Don't let it burn. Never. We have never burned the kitchen. Never have I ever. If the fool be my witness. Mr. Zig might be one at his peak, but he clearly hasn't recovered yet. As for the saints, snake will. As for saints, snake of fate will also obtain is only a fetus that hasn't been born at the moment. Yeah, we can't wait that long. Klein didn't spend too much time thinking, deciding to consider how to resolve the problem after the tarot gathering ended. With that, Oliger quickly scanned the area and gained an understanding to a certain degree. Towards this, he had a theory. Get the world to seek the method to separate the mental corruption for beyond a characteristic is likely a test Mr. Fool had given to his blessed. But does this imply that Mr. Fool's strength has only been recovered to the level of a saint and not an angel? Otherwise, there's no need to go through such trouble. He could have directly removed it. How long has it been? It's just been 7 months and Mr. Fool has already recovered to this extent. Right, he can already respond in place of Sea God Calvatua. In another 1 to 2 years, he will likely be able to escape from his seal, standing at the pinnacle as an angel. Damn, everybody's always hyping him up. Standing at the pinnacle as an angel, he would just be 1 step short of the ultimate goal. Ignoring the hangman's reaction, Katlia looked at the hangman and thought for a few seconds before chuckling. I'm not sure if those methods include one of the methods I'm not sure those methods include one of the methods I know of. Classic Olger, always glazing. He's always glazing. He's like, dude, unironically, I feel like he'd buy him glazed donuts. I can provide it for free and unshadow the sun pathway can... Who do we know that's unshadowed? I can provide it for free and unshadow the sun pathway can directly cleanse away the mental corruption beyond your character. Yo, we just got to keep leveling up Derek then. Wait, no, didn't he just hit unshadowed? No, never have we ever overthought. Ma'am Herman, yeah, we do that a lot. Ma'am Herman is a lot more proactive than the last time. He had just adjusted her state of mind, or does she have a motive? Or could it be that she discovered that everyone else is a weakling, so there's no need to be careful? Klein was first surprised with Katlia's attitude before being delighted, as had obtained a third method. It was from the sun pathway, which the City of Silver lacked. But I can find the help of an unshadowed, although I do have an incomplete unshadowed potion formula. He controlled the world to deliberate for a moment before having him turn to Katlia and laugh deeply. Thank you for your generosity, Ma'am Hermit. Following that, he switched to the demeanor of a salesman and asked Derek, do you know of a book named Grozel's Travels? Derek thought seriously before honestly shaking his head. No, Klein nearly failed to continue what he had to say, but thankfully, he steadied himself to let the world explain himself. It's a magical book that originates from dragons. Many of its owners have vanished. It originates from dragons. Audrey keenly noticed this important point as she asked with interest. Yes, a Beyonder plans on selling it for 8,000 pounds, the world said hoarsely. Oh, she can buy it. He didn't raise the price about Edwina's offer because he had yet to bargain with her. This was where he could profit on the trade. Besides, even if Edwina insisted on 8,000 pounds, he could still obtain a Grozel's Travels and study. It is worth the time that he had spent closing the deal. Audrey pursed her lips tightly as she darted her eyes around the lid and cautiously asked, what's so magical about it? It requires further study. The world chose to be honest. I'll consider it. Audrey wasn't in a hurry to agree to it because 8,000 pounds was a considerable amount of sum of money to her as well. What? That's like chump change to her. What do you mean? 8,000 pounds was also a considerable sum of money to her as well? Bro, for her, that's like a monthly allowance, right? Especially with her having just been reimbursed for light. Oh, never mind. It was very difficult for her father, Earl Hall, to accept a book of unknown purpose. As if she were to reply on herself, it would take at least 3 to 4 months. All right, okay. 3 to 4 months. This was built on the premise that she had already purchased a psychiatrist beyond her characteristic for Susie. Hence, she turned to ask the world about the psychiatrist beyond her characteristic. I mainly spent this week hunting Vice Admiral Ailman and Feld. I didn't find a grazing target to switch to. Klein was instantly left somewhat embarrassed, feeling as though the world's shrewd image had been damaged. Come on. He shouldn't be embarrassed. Hold up. Yeah, you know what? I don't even think we need to do chapter thoughts. We're not even, let's finish the tarot gathering and then we'll do chapter thoughts. Or we'll do gathering thoughts. All right, 25 minutes, 31 seconds. All right, how's our pace? How's our pace? We keeping it in lead? Third chapters, and we're only 25 minutes into our react. I think we're doing good. I'm not paying attention. Our monthly allowance is like 3,000 pounds, I think. 8,000 for something that might just be a buck. All right, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, she's a hell no. All right, let's keep reading. I'm in chapters today. The goal is 600, okay? Because I'm not trying to do another cosplay dress. The book will be free. It better be free. Let's keep reading. Let me just update this part and let's keep reading. The goal is 600, and then I can like watch the sunrise with all of you and be like, we've won the battle, but may have lost the war. But it's okay. For now. Chapter 594 is called The World's Commission. Thankfully, the world didn't have the ability to blush red yet. As long as he was in control, there was no change to his state. He chuckled darkly. Another few more days. Audrey nodded with reserved attitude and didn't rush him. This was because Sissy didn't express any desire in advancing anytime soon. After all, she was only a dog. The hangman, the moon, and the sun had just advanced a few days ago, so they were in a stage of converging their spirituality and practicing their new beyonder powers. They had no desire to purchase the subsequent potion formulas or the corresponding sanguine inheritance. They calmly waited until the transaction phase came to an end. Besides, they didn't have spare cash. Although Olga had lowered the price, Emlyn White had to pay for the Sanguine Baron inheritance to 4,300 pounds and 300 pounds in commission, allowing him to earn 1,400 pounds. He had spent quite a bit on the whip of... I forgot he got a whip. He had spent quite a bit on the whip of mind. All he had left was 1,445 pounds. After purchasing the Sanguine Baron inheritance, new dolls, and dodge... He did buy new dolls. That's literally what we were talking about, dude. New dolls and the doll dresses, he still had 2,300 pounds in savings. Although it seems like a sizable amount, the subsequent ingredients were that of a Sanguine Viscount. It would cost at least 8,000 pounds. As for Derek, he had exchanged all the merit points that he had previously accumulated, and he was waiting to be sent out for patrolling or exploring mission. Forrest and Audrey were similarly not seeking to purchase the potion formulas of the subsequent sequence, since they could obtain them from their own resource channels. Furthermore, there was no need to hide it or waste money at the Tarot Club. Audrey's sibling wasn't too nitpicky when it came to money. It didn't mean she was dumb. On the other hand, Katlea was still observing and wasn't in a rush to reveal what she needed. On the other hand, she didn't believe that the other Tarot Club members, apart from Mr. Fool, could provide anything she needed. Hold up. No, try it out. After all, to a pirate admiral who had advanced to sequence 5 for 5 years, what she desired most was the level of a demigod. Therefore, she only looked calmly at the sun and the others while her slightly dark purple eyes, and without making any attempts at speak. Klein thought for a moment to control the world to add, is anyone able to obtain a mystical item with very potent offensive strength? The target of his question was directed at the hermit. This was because only admirals of stars who had traveled the seas for so many years could satisfy his request. Even the hangman and the artisan he knew couldn't do it unless he could provide them with a corresponding sequence 6 or even sequence 5 beyond. What item is he going to use? Sequence 5 beyond characteristic. Katlea fell silent for 2 seconds before slowly shaking her head. Oh, she doesn't have anything. If something similar appears at the Beyonder gathering I participated in, I'll help you take note. All these years, she had killed several Beyonders and had indeed obtained a certain number of Beyonder characteristics and mystical items, but they were either rewarded to her pirate subordinates or she had exchanged them for 2 powerful items that greatly enhanced her strength and survivability. She didn't have anything to spare. Furthermore, she needed the 2 items and wouldn't sell them before advancing to the level of a demigod. From the looks of it, Admiral Stars isn't well-to-do a person either. A huge faction implies a large expenses. Klein silently sighed and made the world thank her with his hoarse voice. While the transactions quickly coming to an end, he controlled the world to look at Forrest. I wish to entrust you with a mission. Me? Forrest was a little surprised. Could this be something like buying a radio transceiver again? She thought as the corners of her mouth twitched slightly. The world nodded. Go to William Street, which borders Westboro and Emperorsboro, and circle the palace. Do it once every 2 or 3 days. Take note of any abnormalities. If there are any, then inform me immediately. He didn't use Mr. Fool to bring focus on this matter, as everyone was already used to it and experienced. Furthermore, beneath William Street was precisely the location of the Tudors family ruins where the evil spirit was lingering, which is one of the alleged eight kings of angels. Right? Abnormality. What would be considered abnormal? Force asked, feeling puzzled and cautious. There might be something abnormal about William Street and Backland. Audrey was originally not very interested in the topic, but at that moment, she pricked up her ears and paid close attention. She trusted Mr. World's ability to gather intelligence to a great extent. The great smog of Backland was evidence of his ability. Westboro, Emperorsboro sounds like it's located at Lowen's capital, Backland. Miss Magician is presently in Backland. Indeed, she looks ordinary, but she isn't in any way to a secret organization. Members in a city are often more powerful in other places. Of course, she might not also be like me, a coincidence of fate because she requested to be roped in. Katlia swept a glance at Forrest and quickly analyzed the information revealed from the conversation. Olga was suddenly interested since he knew the world was representative of Mr. Fool's Blessed. Whatever he paid attention to had a high chance of involving in conflict at the upper echelons. Just what secret lies within that street named William Street, Olga couldn't help but try to guess at the deeper truth. How would I know what abnormalities there will be? Klein mumbled before getting the world to answer gloomy. I believe there will be sufficient abnormalities. I have to warn you that if you really notice anything abnormal, do not attempt to investigate it on your own or hire someone to do the investigations. It will be very dangerous. The overthinking club? Everybody's always overthinking in this club. But they got me overthinking now. How much do you think is an adequate reward? Very Very dangerous. Force instinctively wished to decline the mission. However, considering how immense the influence of the Great Smog of Backland was, one that even affected her, she wasn't sure if this abnormality would cause her harm. As such, she became hesitant. After a few seconds, she changed her languid setting posture and said 100 pounds. Much lower than I imagined, the world chuckled. Force spread her hands and said, it's because it's for my mission as well. Oh, it's because it's for myself as well. I'll just treat it as a people's observation. In order to gather material for my novel, that's right, I can't stay at home all day. It's time for me to get out. I'll have to push for the matter of acting as a trick master. Just conjuring tricks and amusing Shio isn't enough to digest it. How should I act? Join a circus to perform tricks, or should I do individual performances at different squares? I don't have to be worried about how the people I know view me. As an author, life experiences is a basic trait. Forrest's thoughts gradually dispersed. After settling this matter, Klein made the world turn his head to the hangman and chuckled darkly. I received intel that the Church of Storms had taken action. The matter at Bansi Harbor had been preliminarily resolved. Having been drifted out at sea for the past week, Alger, who hadn't had any contact with the church, immediately replied with a solemn voice, "What's the final outcome?" "There won't be a Bansi Harbor for some time," the world replied with a concealed smile. At this moment, Audrey and company realized what they were talking about. This was the place where the ancient name Bansi and had the present name of Bansi. It was the place where the descendants of the King of Angels Medici resided. Shit, dude. Is this Mr. World? It's crazy how, like, on the grand scale of like the world of Lord of Mysteries, is like now like all these high level threats are being introduced and coming. It's getting scary, dude. Now it's starting to get scary. The danger is starting to creep in a little bit more. Is Mr. World implying that the Church of Storms has leveled Bansi Harbor? Damn. It's like they just used the ancient weapon, bro, on an island, bro. What like, are we reading One Piece? They just used an ancient weapon to like level an island. That's really in their style. That's good too. There's no need to worry about the innocent that they will be corrupted. I wonder if the King of Angels Medici appeared or escaped. Will the I thought it said poneglyph. Would the pontiff of the Church of Storms appear in the person, or was the Grade Zero sealed artifact used? Audrey heaved a sigh of relief as she asked with brightened eyes, "Mr. World, do you know the specifics?" No one knows. No one knows. Other than the upper echelons of the Church of Storms, the world stole a glance at the hangman. The hangman fell silent, feeling the burning ambition in the chest once more. I want to become a member of the Church's upper echelons, he empathized to himself. The hermit Katlia, who had joined the entire gathering a second time, basically didn't understand what they were talking about. As a pirate admiral, she was no stranger to Bansi Harbor, but she didn't know what had happened there. She also had no idea why the Church of Storms would destroy the place and why it would require a long period of time to rebuild it. It should be a very serious matter that deals with the higher ups. The members of the Terror Club seems to be aware of the reason. Although their sequences aren't high, they seem to know a lot and are evolved in many matters. Apart from the sun, there is no reason why Mr. Fool tactfully agreed to have them establish this gathering. Through the Tarot Club, they will indirectly influence various matters of different organizations. Katlia once again reevaluated her understanding of the other members and was increasingly impressed with... Oh, now she's showing some respect. Pontiff, not Pointiff. Oh, Pontiff. Thank you, username. Thank you for always coming in clutch. You're even faster than Norma. Are you comprehending? No, yeah, I'm good. I got it, Red Devil. Yeah, no, we're good. So far, as long as I'm not like stuttering, like once I start stuttering and I'm reading fast, that's when you know I'm getting lost in the sauce. But I think we're good. Yeah, we're good for now. And the other members was increasingly impressed with them. She still maintained her silence and didn't inquire. This left Audrey, who was waiting to flaunt via answering response to the hermit's puzzlement, disappointed. Disappointed. I said the same thing. Pontiff, not pointiff. Oh, pontiff. 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 Like a pond, but just the pond part. Got it. Pontiff. After talking about the outcome of Banshee Harbor and waiting for a moment, Emlyn White immediately cleared his throat and said, "Thanks to Mr. Hangman's help, I'm already barren." Yes, got it. Never again will we mispronounce that. I have a question. As a Sanguine, do I need to use the acting method like you humans do in order to expedite the so-called digestion and after advancing to a baron? So as to better grasp the beyond characteristic, his back was extremely sharp and his neck was slightly elevated while his chin was slightly tipped upwards. I'm sorry, Mr. Fool isn't able to answer this question of yours, but in theory it requires. After all, you are using the inheritance of others. Klein leaned back in his chair and sat amidst the gray fog as he leisurely looked at the other members of the Terror Club. Cattleya scanned her surroundings and said, "A Sanguine Baron corresponds to the sequence and expulsion professors." Yes, Emlyn replied, unable to hide his smile. He wasn't stupid. From this previous transactions and interactions, he had determined the sequences of the other members apart from the world. He believed that he was one of the strongest members of the Terror Club. Of course, this was excluding Mr. Fool, who recently recruited Mam Hermit. Miss Moon is already at sequence 6. Why does he seem more immature than the sun? Audrey pursed her lips. At that moment, Cattleya said, "It requires acting because this pathway only has the name Vampire at sequence 7. As for you, you were born in that state. There's no need to act." It requires acting because this pathway only has the name Vampire at sequence 7. As for you, you were born in that state. There's no need to act, but it requires for the others. So he still needs to act the other sequences. Madam Hermit, which pathway does sequence 7 belong to? Audrey blinked her eyes as she curiously asked before Emlyn White could say a word. Next chapter. Sorry, I had to burp, but we paused the video. How's our pace? 36 minutes into our recording. We're fucking doing it, bro. We're fucking doing it, man. We're like fast as Sonic right now, man. What's that one meme? I'm fast as fuck, boy. Alright, let's keep going. Let me drink some coffee. Because I haven't... look, just so you know, I love you guys. I have not had breakfast yet. I literally just got my coffee. And I'm like, this is going to fuel me for a few hours. Just so you know, I'm locking in. Okay? Yo, by the way, yo, you guys keep telling Waze, like, it's okay, man. Do the volume 2 discussion another day. You know, do the volume 2 part 2 discussion another day. Like, bro, you gotta lock in right now. I didn't say that though. You guys said that, okay? Just let's just establish that part. I didn't say it. You guys said it. I like the texture of leaning on this. It's kind of while I'm doing this right now. Now we can keep reading. Ugh. Does anybody know where that blanket's from? It's Middle Earth. Don't stall easy or I will snitch. No snitching. Yo, you guys snitch, I stall. So we're all at a stalemate right now. Wiz is doing 16 chapters daily, by the way. No, I know. He's doing 2 streams. I know. He is going to pass this. I can only stream like once. Like, I can only do 1 stream a day for like 2 hours. So, yeah, by default, since he's streaming longer, he is going to catch up. Can you change it so that the emojis show on screen? I have to look into that. I'll try and look into that off stream next time. I have to double check because I have to figure out how to enable it so you guys can see it. Lord of the Rings, there you go, username. Yeah, Lord of the Rings, there you go, brother. Yeah, there you go. All right, but next chapter. Let me just... I think it's kind of crooked. Oh my god, this is pissing me off. Now I'm gonna move to this side. That's all right. That's good. All right, next chapter, 595. All right, next chapter, chapter 595 is called Domain. Without waiting for the hermit to answer, Audrey added, "If you believe this is an important piece of information and isn't something to be given for free, then I can provide you with some payment." No, there's no need to. Anyone familiar with the Fana Potter's Church of the Earth Mother will also have some understanding of this. Cattleya didn't doubt Miss Justice's sincerity when it came to the principle of equal exchange. She believed that Miss Justice was fully capable of satisfying her price in terms of wealth and resources, but she decided to provide the information for free. Firstly, erase Miss Justice's impression on her and would build a foundation for any future transactions. Secondly, by providing the information, she could observe the reactions of the members and estimate their standing in their own organizations and factions. I'm very familiar with the Earth Mother's Bless, Bishop Petrosky, but I didn't know anything about that. Of course, I truly am a little scared of him. His height and build are just too intimidating. Every time I'm there, I only seek out Emlyn White sitting at the end of the long bronze table. Klein thought in a self-deprecating manner. Katlia didn't pause as she continued. Vampire is from the moon pathway. The corresponding sequence 9 is apocryphy. Oh, here we go. Hold up. Sequence 9 is apothecary. Sequence 8 is beast tamer. Sequence 6 is potions professor. Sequence 5 is Scarlet Scholar. Wait. Sequence 5 is Scarlet Scholar. This reminds me of the Scarlet Rot, bro, from Elden Ring. Sequence 4 is Shaman King. I've seen a little bit of that anime. Domain expansion. 6 more to go. Discipline surpasses the master all moment. I'm not sure about the higher sequences. Okay, so we're no 3 to 1. Emlyn White coughed. Ma'am Hermit, I have to emphasize that it's sanguine. I have to emphasize that it's sanguine, not vampire, okay? And he's doing this. It is sanguine, not vampire. I won't object if you call those humans who consume the characteristics of my kinsmen vampires. I would even be very agreeable to it. He's like, they are not real sanguines. They are vampires. So vampires from the Apocryphy pathway. So is Shaman King. Wasn't there a guy called the something shaman? Wasn't there a guy called Shaman King? And they said it referred to it as a person or like a person of title. So I guess it was a sequence they were referring to. Right? It's no wonder they reverie the primordial moon and not the goddess. Yes, got it. Because the Scarlet Lunar Corona, the ma'am... Ooh, the Scarlet Lunar Corona is coming back. Because the Scarlet Lunar Corona, the ma'am Sharon obtained... Oh, it's a characteristic of that pathway, or of that sequence. Because the Scarlet Lunar Corona, the ma'am Sharon obtained be from a dead Scarlet Scholar or the Sanguine Viscount. Apart from being able to recreate the effects of a full moon and neutralize the corresponding effects, it can provide terrifying speed, unimaginable recovery speed, and rather powerful darkness-related spells. The negative effects can be neutralized by drinking the fresh blood of the living. Indeed, it does seem to be a result of the Sanguine. I forgot to add that in my notes for this ability. Let me call it up. I need to copy and paste this sucker for off stream. I didn't add that to my description of the Scarlet Lunar Corona. It can be neutralized by drinking the fresh blood of a living. Maybe I did. I don't remember. Among the various jobs of this pathway, there are some that resemble the Seer pathway. Maybe it's interchangeable. There's no connection between the sequences. Never mind. While there are some that have an obvious progression, how strange. Klein joined the bits of breadcrumbs together, feeling somewhat enlightened and puzzled. Alger, Forbes, and company were either in thought, listening in relish, or pretending to be disinterested. Everyone had different reactions, but Katlia was able to figure out that they didn't understand much about vampires prior to this. They are low or mid-ranking members of their organizations or factions. They match the characteristics of being recently pulled into the Terror Club, and at the stage of rapidly advancing. The world didn't react. Either he's very staid, or he long knew of the matter regarding the vampires, or both. After repeated observations, I have to admit that the world and the Terror Club member that needs to have the most attention paid to and be guarded against. They ain't sleeping on him then. Audrey listened with great interest as she thought over it carefully. As though she was attending a family education class, she raised her hand slightly. Ma'am Hermit, why are the sequences in the move pathway seemingly unrelated? The Hermit Kalia looked at Miss Justice and discovered that the dress and accessories she wore were completely different from the last gathering. There was no repeat, but exuded her luxurious and noble bearings. Are you heading out, username? Take care, dude. Yeah, the Book of Secrets that Klein got was from the... from Shaman, was made by the Shaman King. Yeah, it was Shaman King. Thank you, that was his last name. Or first name. Shaman King Clareman. Yeah, and it said it was referring to a person of great knowledge or a title. But I guess we should have... I guess that was a little on the nose for saying, oh, it's a sequence. Right? But I guess I didn't figure that out. As her mind went adrift, she seemed to see the portrait of the queen back when she was young. Every piece of clothing she wore was completely different. The same set of clothing was never worn a second time at a formal event. After a moment of silence, Kalia said, a pathway sequence doesn't necessarily need to be related or superficially connected. The common trait is that the pathway corresponds to the god's domain. The common trait is that the pathway corresponds to the god's domain. For example, the moon represents spirituality, plants That is interchangeable with planter. Moon is interchangeable with planter, confirmed, unconfirmed. I'm thinking confirmed. The moon represents spirituality, beauty, parts of light, parts of darkness, and parts of mystery. That sounds like planter. Interchangeable with planter. Therefore, this pathway has apocryphy of the plant domain, vampires of the life domain, and beast tamer of the intersection of life and spirituality. Sanguine. Emlyn White empathized and lifted his chin slightly. This should be why us Sanguine are very handsome and beautiful. No, that's not the case. The vampires I've seen are all disgusting and ferocious. Derek retorted weakly in his heart. It can be explained in such a manner. It's quite different from Captain and Dali's explanations. Different pathways represent the domain possessed by Sequence Zero, or could it be that the two combined is the most accurate answer? I wonder what the domains that Sequence Zero of the Seer... Wait, I wonder what the domains the Sequence Zero of the Seer pathway represent? Time. It has to be time. Wait, you said something delete? I won't read that. Hold up. If there is a spoiler, don't worry. I got you guys. From the symbol behind my chair, it represents strangeness and change. Client expression didn't change as his mind world. Audrey easily understood Ma'am Hermit's explanation and could help but guess the name of her pathway Sequence Zero. It's definitely dragon. There are many species of dragons. Many powers are... Is she gonna have like a dragon form? Just like how Sharon has like a werewolf form, or like just how like the mutant pathway, they have like their own forms. I'm sorry, what? Many powers are not contained within the pathway. It's closer to the domain represented by the Mind Dragon. I wish Mr. Fool can quickly find the card of blasphemy or the corresponding pathway. That Grozel's travels originated from dragons. I wonder if it has anything to do with the Mind Dragon. At this moment, Emlyn asked as a form of validation, that is to say that to successfully become a Sanguine Viscount, I similarly have to act as a potions professor? As a potions professor, even if I'm a favorite of the moon. My dear Emlyn, I know you're trying to bring attention to the latter half of your sentence. Klein nearly... Even if I'm a favorite of the moon. Oh, man, that's funny. My dear Emlyn, I know you are trying to bring attention to the latter half of your sentence. Klein nearly reached out his right hand to pinch his chin. This was also one of the reasons why he had entrusted Mr. Magician to check for abnormalities in William Streets. He ultimately felt that Emlyn White, a vampire who didn't enjoy going out or socializing, was rather unreliable at present. Another reason was that he knew that he was being controlled by the Sanguine's upper echelons in secret. Getting him to head to William Street made it easy to expose matters regarding the underground ruins. Yes, Ketlia added. Ketlia nodded. The exchange continued. As it came to a close, Audrey seemed to recall something. She turned her body and looked towards the end of the long bronze table. Mr. Fool, the second round of the civil servant unification examination officially ends today. What's left is the final interview. Her tone was brisk and with clear, delightful emotions. It was like an excellent study reporting her results to her parents. From her point of view, the civil servant unified examination was a suggestion raised by Mr. Fool in passing. She had pushed forward the idea via inconspicuous methods, the first time she had attempted to use her beyond her powers to change reality. Therefore, she had always paid great attention to it, often reporting the situation to the suggester. The second round of examinations are over. I wonder if Benson can pass and have the opportunity of entering the final interview. Klein leaned back and suddenly felt wistful. He nodded slightly and said with a smiling tone, "Not bad." Audrey, who had been praised by Mr. Fool, became happier. She felt that she was indirectly changing the fates of many people, allowing people who were struck in the lower and middle classes to have a chance at entering the middle and upper classes. When Katlia heard this exchange, she couldn't help but frown. She felt that this was very different from the style the Terror Club had previously shown. Could it be that the reforms of the past half a year in the Lone Kingdom was a result in the Terror Club's turning of the wheels? As a young noble lady, Miss Justice played an important role. If that's the case, I have to reevaluate my views. Although the members aren't of a high sequence and are low-ranking members of their organizations, they're still able to influence the situation of the world to a certain extent. Kalia retracted her gaze and considered whether she wanted to use different resource channels to figure out the backstory of Lone Kingdom's reforms. After a few minutes of exchange, the Fool announced at the end of the gathering, "It's over!" While Miss Justice, hello, what's up, guys? Thank you guys for tuning in. After a few minutes of exchange, the Fool announced the end of the gathering. While Miss Justice and company got us to express their farewells, he served the connection and leaned back into his seat. He silently watched the endless gray-white fog around him for a very long time. Buckland and a coffee shop next to King's Avenue, and Melissa was holding a... We're with Melissa! No shot, dude! Oh my god, Melissa and Vincent are in Backland. I completely forgot about that, dude. Backland in a coffee shop next to King's Avenue. Melissa was holding a porcelain teaspoon. Oh, here we go. I'm getting scared every time they mention them, and then they're talking about the dangers over there. Oh. Melissa was holding a porcelain teaspoon as she greatly stirred the black tea, which had a lemon in it. From time to time, she would turn her head to look out into a faint fog. Her black velvet... Oh, she's still wearing her black velvet hat. Was sitting beside her. Placed in front of her was a plate of the cheapest toast, but she hadn't taken a single bite. She ragely imagined that she would anger the coffee shop's owner for sitting there all this while, preventing him from earning more. But she later discovered that there were many people waiting for the end of the tea opposite of the road like her. Dude, thank you for subscribing, man. I almost started crying. As seconds turned into minutes, the water condensing on the glass windows grew thicker. Melissa couldn't help but extend her hand to clean up a relatively clear spot. Finally, she saw a bunch of people surge out of the test venue. The glass inlet wooden door of the red coffee shop was pushed open as about 8 men and women entered. Just as Benson took off his rather old top before he could smooth his rather high hairline was his fingers, he discovered his sister standing as she asked nervously, "How did you wear your question stuff today?" Imagine Melissa encountering Medicine in Beckland. Dude, I'm a freaking freak out if that happens. It might have been considered difficult for others, but it was a piece of cake. Just imagine. I mean, good thing she's not over there, but fuck, man, that'd be wild. It might have been considered difficult for others, but it was a piece of cake for me. Mathematics is my forte. Benson, is he gonna be? He passes his exam, right? Oh, he hasn't. We don't know if he passed or not, but that's why they went over there. Benson looked around and saw everyone discussing it without noticing him. Hence, he chuckled. After the test ended, I saw quite a number of people with blank sheets. Did they think of low-ranking civil servants will be mathematics secretary? If that's the case, what's the difference between hiring a curly-haired baboon and them? Melissa heaved a secret sigh of relief and looked to her side before turning her head back. Benson, if you're really confident, you should consider the matter regarding the interview. You need to buy a new decent set of clothes. Let's leave that to tomorrow. We should celebrate today. I've already decided on the restaurant. Benson smiled as he pointed outside. Melissa pursed her lips and looked at the elder brother in an extremely serious manner. I've already bought the meat and vegetables. Benson, this is so sad, man. Melissa has been so different, man. Ever since she's like, oh, my bro is dead. Like, she hasn't been the same. She's so serious and quiet. Benson locked his gaze with his sister for a few seconds before moving it away in submission. All right, let's go home. And then, like, Benson is doing his best to keep up a smile for her, but then when he's by himself, you can see like his facade like vanish, and like you see his true thoughts. Above the gray fog, Klein gradually found his train of thoughts and calmed his emotions. He began considering how to separate the true creator's mental corruption of the all black eye. Yeah. And then you harness the true creator and you make that into like its own thing. No, my bro just died, Melissa. It's sad, man. It's like, it breaks my heart, dude, every time they have an interaction. But here, let's go next chapter. Hold up. Let's just go straight into the next chapter. It breaks my heart, dude. Like, they miss him, dude. They miss him so much. I like, it's gonna be so fucking hard watching down the anime when like Leonard has to break the news to them, and then he's just like, he's there, he's like, fuck, man. And it's like he's trying to like hold back his tears, and then he's like looking at Dunn and Klein. The grief is still there, you know. It is, man. That's fucked up. All right, but next chapter. Ow. All right, let's keep going. Let's update here before I forget. Can I like not fucking click on it? What's going on here? 5, 9, 6. Beautiful. All right, chapter 596 is called Clue. All right. That sounds like a good chapter. In the majestic palace with the stone columns propping it up, Klein sat on a high-backed chair as you slightly tapped the corners of the long model table. He first eliminated this method of seeking a sequence 4 unshattered from the sun pathway. This was because he had almost zero contact with the Church of the Eternal Blazing Sun. It was very difficult for him to find the help of anyone. He can go back. We're like an hour and a half, right? We've been streaming for like an hour and a half. Secondly, we just started this chapter. Secondly, he suspected that an Unshadow was unlikely to be capable of cleansing the mental corruption of the All Black Eye. After all, the Hermit Kalia's suggestion was directed at the remnant influences by an ordinary rampager and not the true creator. Seeking the help of an angel with true God's power isn't realistic either. In theory, I can use the mysterious space above the gray fog to perform a divination of the eternal blazing sun and use his help to shatter the all black eye and evaporate the mental corruption, but the problem lies with the fact that an experienced him might be able to use this opportunity to invade this place and take over the gray fog. If that happens, it wouldn't be worth it. That is true. True creator mentioned. And when a power that exceeds my level an unknown number of times instantly comes into effect, there's no delay. It targets me and I'll have no time to redirect it to the all black eye. I will lack the ability to control the situation. I think he can do it. Also, it's not like I can divine it at wish. I need a medium. I previously used the mutated sun sacred emblem, which had the eternal blazing sun's divine blood in it, as well as the ear that was corrupted by the true creator. Currently, the mediums I have are Mr. Dorn, the hidden sage. I can use the ravings of Miss Magician hears during the full moons, as well as the knowledge pursuit of Admiral Stars to make an attempt. But similarly, the counteract isn't directed at the All Black Eye, and I don't have the means to divert the attack. Mr. What? Mr. Zik has yet to recover. Snake of Fate, Will Ossipton, has yet to be born. From the looks of it, I can't find an angel to help me either. Sigh, I still know too few high-ranking figures. Right, there's also something akin to an angel. Romero? I don't know. We're going to have him answer that. I don't think so. I feel like he'd be a bodyguard. The evil spirit in the ruins under Backland is suspected to be the king of Angel Medicine, but the fellow is scheming with unknown plots and malicious intents. Unless there's no other methods, I will not consider it. Hey, yo. He's about to time you out, brother. He's about to time you out, Zen. Yes, taking the risks isn't worth it at all. If that's the case, I might as well give up the all-black guy and search for the main ingredients of Marionettist. It's only the dust of an ancient wraith at the core of the crystal of a six-winged gargoyle. It's even possible that the former can be found in the underworld. In that case, performing a new search is a viable choice. With the finding of mystical items that's similar to the blood vessel, thief is another choice. With the gray fog shielding me, I can use its theft ability to its full extent. I'll definitely be able to separate the true creator's mental corruption from the all black eye, and I wouldn't be afraid that it would return. The easiest method is to throw the corruption mystical item far away once the theft is complete. Then I'll bring the pure all black eye back to the real world, causing the physical separation. Wait, you separate it above the gray fog, and then you throw it back to the real world, causing the physical separation of the two. Wait, it causes the physical separation of the two items when you throw it back to the real world. Well, how am I to find a similar mystical item? Mr. Hangman didn't say anything after seeing the methods, which implies that he doesn't know either. However, I can also ask in the next Tather Gathering. Ma'am Hermit, Miss Magician, Miss Justice, Lil Sun, and Emlyn White all have their own corresponding information and resource channels. I can try searching for it by myself this week. I'll start with Vice Admiral Iceberg. Her third mate, Flower Bow Tie Jodson, has a beyond her pathway that can steal. Perhaps he might know where there might be similar mystical items. Klein's thought process gradually cleared up as he formulated an initial plan. He first performed a divination before rapidly returning to the real world. He got out of the decent state of lying slump in the reclining chair, drinking beverages and reading the newspapers as he quickly set up the ritual. It was still 3 candles, but the difference was the symbols he drew. It was a sacred emblem of the god of knowledge and wisdom, an omniscient eye on an open book. The ritual's silver dagger also switched to a brass knife. In mysticism, the blue planet corresponds to the god of knowledge and wisdom, and the metal that belongs to the blue planet's domain was mercury and brass. Okay, so you have to change up like the ingredients for the ritual. Klein had long considered a problem of contacting Vice Admiral Iceberg Edwina Edwards. Therefore, he prepared a set of soulful ritual materials. After a series of processes, he burned the corresponding herb powder and he dripped the extract and essence from a lavender and mint. Amidst the faint, clear, and mysterious fragrance, Klein took a step back and used ancient Hermes to recite the incantation. I pray for the powers of knowledge. I pray for the powers of rationality. I pray for the gods of wisdom, loving grace. I pray that you allow me to communicate with the spirit of Edwina Edwards, the teacher who pursues knowledge, the researcher of the spirit world creatures, Vice Admiral Iceberg of the Seas, who hails from Lenberg. Klein's voice reverberated as the altar instantly turned gloomy and cold, but its brass knights of the metallic bottle, all of them floated up. It succeeded. The golden dream is still worth 500 nocturnal miles. Klein first felt a sense of delight before he saw the flames with the 3 candles and links. They were tainted with pale white with a hint of dark green. He knew that the soulful ritual was essentially free to his body, allow the target's astral projection to possess him to establish an effective communication channel. He would be lacking in necessary protection, making it easy to be attacked by the target of the soulful ritual. Soulfall ritual. Therefore, he had divined ahead of time to determine the danger from this matter. Besides, after meeting and conversing with her, he believed that Vice Admiral Iceberg Edwina wasn't a person with malicious intent. He temporarily found her trustworthy. She's trustworthy. He temporarily found her trustworthy. At this moment, the winds
within the wall spirituality produced mournful sounds. Klein only felt an ice-cold power descend upon him from the void in an attempt to enter his body. Then he surprised to discover that it wasn't like he expected. He had necessary strength to resist and control himself instead of being possessed by her. What's happening? Just as he had the thought, he began to see a faint, formless gray fog around him. This was a trait he possessed after advancing to Faceless. The power of the gray fog was able to slightly leak into reality. Amidst his racing mind, Klein didn't hesitate to wave his arm. He pointed to a coat hanging on a coat rack, throwing an ice-cold power onto it. The black tweed coat on the coat rack strangely floated up as the arms raised up, looking somewhat clumsy. I was as though an invisible person was wearing his coat. The black coat floated 2 meters forward before coming to a pause. The two sleeves raised up and formed an X. What does that mean? Klein, wait, what does that mean? Klein was taken aback before his realization was Vice Admiral Iceberg meant. Without a mouth, I can't speak. Without hands, I can't write. This is awkward. Oh shit, this is so funny. I can't write, I can't speak. This is awkward. Klein thought for a moment and directly said, I need a mystical item that can steal the beyond powers of others. Ma'am, might I know if you have one? If you don't, can you ask your third mate for me? Flower Bow Tie Goatson? The corresponding answers can be written in the letter. Summon my messenger to send it over. The black coat sleeves spread out and motioned with a lowering gesture. Following that, it lost its soul and fell to the ground, no longer appearing as straight as before. That means yes. Klein sighed silently and quickly ended the ritual. He hung up the black coat and used a brush and handkerchief to clean it. Then he wrote a letter and asked Mr. Zick a similar question. He summoned the messenger by blowing the copper whistle. After the letter was taken away, Klein attempted the third method with great drive. He took out the paper crane from his wallet and carefully spread it out. He wrote with a pencil on it, might I ask where I can get a mystical item that can steal the beyond powers of others? Putting down the pencil, Klein restored the paper crane according to its lines. He was quite pleased with his improvement in handkerchief. Handy craft. In the evening, after Klein browsed through the prayers of his believers, he returned to the real world and went to the washroom to enjoy a rather comfortable hot bath. This allowed him to quickly fall asleep, entering his bed. This continued until he suddenly sensed an external force invading his dream. Is it Will? It was the same desolate plains with a towering pitch-black steeple. With familiarity, Klein passed through the door and walls until he entered the deep inside the tower. There was still a deck of tarot cards scattered here, the surrounding a central protrusion as though they were making a declaration. However, as a seer, Klein could only interpret it as a chaotic contradictory. On the protrude area, the text had already changed. The silver words formed 3 sentences. The first line wrote, I'm only a child that has yet to be born. Dude, it's you don't be crazy. I can see Will joining the tarot club as a baby. Is that a wild like that's kind of, I can see that happening. And like it'd be like a talking baby, bro, with like full vocabulary. Everybody's like, what the f is going on? The first line wrote, I'm only a child that has yet to be born. Klein's expression froze as though he was hearing an infant cry. Please, I beg you, don't make things difficult for me. Such communication is very tiring. The second line was equally succinct. The clue lies in you. I can't read that word. The third line was, don't ask me what the clue is because I have no idea either. That is to say that the snake of fate, Will Ossipton, can foresee a clue on me, but he is unable to foresee what it is exactly. That feels like a charlatan's divination. Look at that. What goes around comes around. He said he felt like a charlatan in the beginning of Volume 1, right? Now he's at the other end of the table. Now I can't say that. I can't include myself in such criticism. Klein remembered the information and exited the dream before returning back. He's literally remembering that. And exited the dream before returning back to sleep until daybreak. After breakfast, he began recalling the items and matters he had experienced before to seek out the so-called true. At this moment, his spiritual perception was triggered as he quickly activated his spirit vision. The skeleton messenger remained huge, but unlike the last time, its head didn't pass through the ceiling. This was because it had spewed up from the floor, so its head was in the level below. In such a situation, it looked at Klein at his eye level and placed the return letter on his palm. Seeing the messenger crumple like a falling water, Klein was taken aback. He muttered, feeling both angry and amused. So you do know some manners. You're getting more considerate after all. You've changed greatly after knowing that you wouldn't be transferred to me. You've changed greatly after knowing that you wouldn't be transferred to me. Klein rapidly retracted his gaze and opened the letter to read Mr. Zick's reply. Stealing the bionic powers of others is from the... Holy shit, Wiz was right. Stealing the beyonder powers is from the Marauder pathway. And he's like stealing a god's power. That is wild. In the fourth epoch, it belonged to the Amon. In the fourth epoch, it belonged to the Amon family, the Zoroast family. No, but like when he was talking about how like now like you can like steal the gods, he's actually on something. The Zoroast family and the Jacob family, thus seldom appeared after the War of the Four Emperors. Rumor has it that some of their members had formed an alliance and called themselves the Hermits of Fate. Have formed an alliance and called themselves the Hermit of Fate. So now we have the Twilight Hermit Order and we also have the Hermits of Fate. I can't remember any further. You can try attacking from an angle that descendants of these three families. Among, so Blasphemer refers to this pathway. The Jacob family was one of the 5 angel families of the Tudor dynasty. It was equal to Abraham, Ammon, Antigonus, and Tamara. I forgot what Zoroast was. I don't think it had a label. As for the Zoroast, I can't read that. For the Zoroast family, it's from the Solomon Empire. Oh, it was one of the 2 families? Solomon Empire? Maybe no, I'm wrong. Hermit of Fate, Fate, Hermit. The clues lie in me. Hermits of Fate, Fate, Hermit. The clues lie in me. Klein suddenly sat up and recalled an item. It was a mysterious badge from La Nevus. The symbols on it were none other than that of fate and concealment. There are so many hermits, man, in this volume. All right, let's keep reading, though. Let's keep reading. Holy shit, so many hermits. Zoroaster. Zoroast. Thank you, clown. Thank you, dude. All right, Zoro, like Zoro from One Piece. We got Zoro down. Zoroaster. Yeah? I think we got it. All right. Let's update this. 1 hour. 3 minutes. Just T. Oh, Zoroast. Forgive me, I tripped. No, you're okay. Zoroast. That's a hard word to pronounce. It rolls off the tongue a little hard. It's going to take some practice. Damn, look at that. With 1 hour and 3 minutes, we've read how many chapters? We read 5 chapters, right? I think that's a new record. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We read 5 chapters in 1 hour and 3 minutes. Use text-to-speech? Hold on. All I'm saying, man, last time we used text-to-speech, it was a little wonky. We'll leave it at that, but it was a little wonky.
As for the Zoroast family, it's from the Solomon Empire.
Try that again. Zoroast.
In such a situation,
That's literally not what I fucking highlighted, but okay.
As for the Zoroast family,
Zoroast.
it's from the Solomon...
Zoroast? It looks... I think it has like an S. Easy, this might be your fastest read. I think it is, man. Zoroast. It sounds like I'm saying Zoro's ass, you know? It's gonna take some practice. The Jimmy's name was dangerous. I'm scared, dude. I'm scared to use text-to-speech now, man. We flew too close to the sun. With text-to-speech last stream. Like, I'm scared using text-to-speech, man. It's scaring me, dude. All right, let me finish my coffee. Let's keep going. Now Wiz knows that the Zick lore that you guys can talk about. All right, bet. Okay. Dude, we fucking read that yesterday. What chapter is he on? You know what? I don't want to know. I don't even want to know. Just add T to Zoroast. Wiz using Jimmy name casually. he flew too close to the sun then with that pronunciation. I'm just saying Jimmy from now on, bro. I ain't risking that name. I'm gonna just say Mr. Jimmy. Let's keep reading. Let's just keep reading, man. Let's keep fucking reading. Oh, look, I look as red as my beanie now. Oh, shit, man. Yeah, I think this is our fastest pace. All right. Next chapter is called 597, Klein's Plan. Tell me your plan. Lenevus is likely a Sequence 8 swindler. This happens to be from the Marauder pathway. It's not incomprehensible or unacceptable that he would have the admission ticket to the corresponding gathering. On the contrary, it's very logical. Purchasing a mystical item which can steal the beyonder powers from others at a gathering with a Hermit of Fate is definitely much easier than other circles. Ain't no way he's going in as him. From the looks of it, this is so-called clue Will Ossipton mentioned. Klein sat by the edge of the bed and suddenly brightened up. He hurriedly set up a ritual to summon himself and went above the great fog to bring back the eyeball-sized badge to the real world. On the front of the badge was a symbol depicted the fate and ooh, Hermits of Fate. I lost my place. At the beginning was a ring of a tiny compartment with the words in ancient hermits. You can join it if you have this item. Klein was just about to inject the spirituality to activate the badge and send it to the information to synchronize it with the latest gathering time and location when he suddenly turned hesitant. How careless am I? I actually forgot to divine if doing so will be dangerous. If that gathering has Lenevus's demigod seniors and he uses it to lock onto me, then this will be troublesome. It's just like how with Vice Admiral Element Tracy was able to quickly find a demoness of Undying to help her. I might take precautions. A person should be rash when the timing calls for it and be a coward when necessary. Klein smacked his forehead and casually returned to the mysterious space above the gray fog where he used his spirit dowsing to perform a divination. After receiving a revelation that there wasn't any danger, he breathed a sigh of relief and left it in the gray fog. He then sat in a reclining chair in his inner room. With the injection of spirituality, the badge emitted a blurry luster and quickly condensed into an inconspicuous light beam, shooting out in the air. Before long, the same light beam returned and dispersed, transforming into a palm-sized piece of illusionary goatskin parchment. On it was written with the words in ancient Phasic, June 6, 1350, 9 p.m. at the Tuskuk Rivers Esteri? I can't read that word. Zero stalling. That's another 4 more months. With this much time, it would be a problem for me to find the Marionette's main ingredients all over again. The only obstacle is the lack of money, but that's not too difficult. I know I have a wealth of 6,945 pounds. I should have more than enough after selling another 1 or 2 beyond characteristics. Besides, there are also so many moving bounties at sea. No, I can't be so conceited. I have to eliminate the 4 kings and 7 admirals. What kind of clue is this? Klein leaned forward, arched his back, and began thinking hard. As he thought about the gathering of the Hermits of Fate, he suddenly thought of someone. Leonard Mitchell. Oh my god. My dear poet has participated in the Hermits of Fate gathering in Bubber Valley. Regardless of his goal, whether it's for official work or private matters, there's a possibility of him obtaining a mystical item that can steal the beyonder powers of others. No shot, dude. No shot we're getting him this arc. I can borrow it from him or buy it from him. This is the real clue. Klein felt energized as he quickly came up with a rough plan. First step, place the radio transceiver above the gray fog to accumulate its aura. They make out now. Everything is connected, dude. Let me finish my coffee. Oh, Opera GX. We've been. I mean, I try using different browsers, but so far I've been liking Opera GX. I kind of like the layout. I lost my place. Fuck. I found my place. First step, place a radio transceiver above the gray fog for it to accumulate its aura. Second step, use the radio transceiver to contact our roads a few days later. Third step, ask where I can with relative ease obtain mystical items that can steal beyond the powers of others. If the answer is very clear, the fourth step will follow what the information says, easily completing my goal. If the answer is vague or font with danger, the 4 steps can be to ask my dear poet's present location. The 5th step is to get Emlyn White to take the badge and find my dear poet to see if he has any corresponding items. My dear poet, any corresponding items, and if it's possible to do a transaction. I won't appear in person, for I might end up being recognized. This will similarly make it very troublesome. As for Emlyn, he presently considered someone from the Church of Earth Mother. No, considered a ghost of the Church of Earth Mother to get him to initiate first contact, even if he were reported by my dear poet or ends up captured on the spot, he wouldn't be framed or put up for torture. With the plan on what to do and how to proceed, Klein immediately felt refreshed. In his good mood, he decided to head out to eat a bam delicacy roasted fish. Above the blue sea, the golden dream, which was sparkling thanks to the setting sun's gold eyes, was silently cruising forward. Receiving his captain's permission, Danitz apprehensively walked into her room with his head up. People stared at him with envy. Bookshelves filled the room. On top of them were difficult books. Vice Admiral Icebreaker Edwina stood in front of a desk as he held a black fountain pen in her hand. She quickly wrote the following: I do not have similar items. Same for Jotson. He says he will help you look out for it, but require you to be sufficiently lucky. Edwina raised her head and turned her clear, aqueous blue eyes to look for Danitz. You hold the ritual to summon German Sparrow's messenger. At this moment, Danitz was wondering if he would receive any special treatment for his captain. But when he heard that, he pointed at himself in astonishment. Me? Yes, Edwina folded the letter, straightened her body, and nodded. This can help you familiarize yourself with similar rituals. In the future, I'll be testing you on this. Dang, I'm going to be testing him. All right, Danitz hid his disappointment as he tried his best to recall the procedure as he slowly set up the ritual that only needed one candle. Finally, under Edwina's watch, he took out a shiny, glowing gold coin and placed it on the altar. After taking the letter, Danitz ran through the subsequent ritual in his mind twice before he dared to do it. He took a step back and said in ancient Hermes, I summon in my name the spirit that wanders about the unfounded, the friendly creature that can be subordinated, the messenger that belongs to German Sparrow. Whoosh. The wind howled in the wall of spirituality, sending the knit's yellow hair flailing upwards. The flame rapidly burgeoned to the size of a human's head. It was as pale as the letter in the knit's hand. Soon the knit saw the long blonde hair, bloodshot eyes, and a gorgeous head appear. Hiss. German Sparrow's messenger is very unique. How can a spirit world creature look like a human? And it's so beautiful at that. She's just slightly inferior. She's just slightly inferior to Captain Ud. The knit suddenly chucked because he discovered that the head didn't have a neck underneath. Furthermore, it was held up by a pigtail with a hand. He's like, just under Edwina. He like physically and metaphorically. He looked in a daze as one head after another appeared, and he saw the headless figure dressed in a complicated dress appear before him. She's indeed a creature of the spirit world. He felt ashamed for having those thoughts. Taking a deep breath, Danitz hurriedly handed over the letter and saw one of the beautiful heads open its mouth to bite at it with a purely white teeth. At this moment, Renette Tynekers, I can't pronounce her name. Let me see it. Bro's down bad. He's in love.
At this moment, Rainette
Tynekers? Others had bit on the gold coin on the altars. However, she didn't immediately leave. The four bloodshot eyes on the other two heads started towards Edwina Edwards, who was outside the wall of spirituality. She sized her up a few times. Edwina felt herself being observed and it made it impossible to contain the horror that ensued. Renette I'll just say Renette. I'm saying? Rainette. I'll just say Rainette. I'm finding these names a little hard sometimes. Rainette retracted her gaze as her body turned illusory, fusing it into white candlelight. The flame lit up again as the color spread out. Tinker. Oh, like a think. Like a thinker. Okay. The flames lit up again as the color spread outwards. Everything has restored to normal. Just as the knits removed the wall of spirituality, he heard his captain say in a deep voice, "That's not an ordinary creature from the spirit world. Not an ordinary creature from the spirit world." The knits was stunned. He knew that his captain's profession was a researcher of the spirit world creatures. If she said it wasn't ordinary, it definitely wasn't one. It was far more extraordinary than the ordinary. German Sparrow really is a man with many secrets, the knits reflected. Now he's starting to praise him a little. Becklin Sherwood Borrow. Force mustered every fiber in her body before she triumphed over the laziness brought from the fireplace. She switched to a thick, dark blue cotton dress wrapped in light gray scarf around her and wore a warm lady's hat. And the not so cold temperatures, aside from the cold that seeped into her bones, thanks to the prevailing fog, she took a carriage to William Street. She took in the cold air and told herself that this was a common excursion from an author to gather the materials outside. There was no need for her to be nervous or appear abnormal. Taking a few steps forward, Forrest entered a coffee shop and sat by the window. As she drank the thick warm liquid. She observed the pedestrians and the house across the road. There's nothing abnormal. There's no fighting or theft at all. This is a place where the rich live, so their security is much better than in Eastboro. I can still see someone from Basic. He's really tall and muscular like a bear. He's also has companions. Those are from the people from Intis. They really were exaggerated clothes. It's like they're acting in a play. Backlund is indeed the captain of the capitals. I can meet many foreigners here. Forrest gradually forgot her goal and opened up a notebook to record down materials for her novel. She forgot what she's here to do. That's funny. All right. As she finished her coffee, she circled the street and left after finding nothing particular. She planned to come again on Thursday. After taking Edwina's reply letters from Renette's hand, Klein watched as the messenger vanished, confirming that she hadn't asked for any additional gold coin. From the looks of it, using a gold coin as a ritual material works. Horse touching grass, peak character development. He smiled, feeling pleased with himself as he opened the letter. For a fruitless answer, he planned on going out on the walk the streets to find a chance to engage in true acting, so as to conclude the principles. At this moment, he heard knocking at the door. It was Captain Ellen. Klein silently opened the door and said, "I was just about to look for you." Ellen chuckled and said, "There's no need. As long as you register a place with your identity, I'll also be able to know where you're staying. The governor's general office and the military have quite good control on the ends after all." Klein nodded without a word. Ellen turned his body halfway and pointed at the corridor. "I'll bring you to see someone. The Watergate is about to return to Prince Harbor. If you need help or have any information to provide, you can find him. We're often generous when it comes to payment." This was what Klein had previously mentioned to him before. All right. Klein reached out his coat rack. After wearing his coat, Ellen led him straight to the Mirror's Leaf Bar, to a corner inside. In the basement of the Mirror's Leaf Bar, Worm-tongued Mythor King looked at the Strongsman Uzo opposite him and asked, "Have you gathered the recent intel about Blazing the Nets?" "Yes," Uzo said with a smile. "Last week, Blue Eyes Meath saw Blazing the Nets with an unknown adventurer." Oh yeah, they're finding him. Next chapter. Oh, they're gonna find him. Timestamp. Hold up, let me do my timestamp. Wait, hold up. Before I read, because I see you guys are adding me right now. Hold up. One sec, brothers and sisters. Let me just add this. This chapter's called Windfall 598. The POV changes between Audrey and Derek is so funny. The former is living in the riches while the latter is trying his hardest to live for another day. I feel like it's so intentional at this point. Like, I feel like Cuttlefish is going to eventually just keep going from Audrey to Derek and going from Derek to Audrey. That's funny, dude. All right, let's keep reading, though. Oh, okay. Do we have our timestamp? Yes, our timestamp is good. We're ready. Chapter 598 is called Windfall. In a corner of the Emiris Leaf Bar, Ellen found a man wearing a coffee-colored jacket, patting him on the shoulder, and laughed. "Why aren't you drinking Lentis proof?" The man was in his 30s, having a rather common face. It was obvious that he had Loan blood running through his veins. He had brown hair and eyes with a somewhat high nose bridge. His tipsy appearance instantly vanished as his eyes turned sharp. He swept a glance at Ellen and Klein before his eyes turned turned turbid again. He said, sounding completely intoxicated, I've already drunk. I'm drinking Zarhar to lessen the effects of alcohol. Zarhar was a locally produced malt beer. It was cheap and tasted quite good." Ellen chuckled and pointed at Klein. "German Sparrow." Then he introduced the man to Klein. "Ooze Kent. You can call him Kent. Chat amongst yourselves. I'll have to return to make preparations. I'll be setting off early tomorrow morning." He waved his hand and left without any hesitation. Klein pulled over a nearby chair and sat down. He didn't get any cold as he expressionally looked at Uzkent. The staring made Kent feel extremely uncomfortable as he downed a mouthful of Zarbar and said, "Find me if there's anything in the future. You'll be paid as long as you provide any intel value, or if you help us do certain things." He wasn't worried that the drunkards around them would hear their conversation, as many gangs and pirate crews would say the same thing. Those words used to rope in information were usually the same. All right, Klein had the strong urge to ask if he could be reimbursed for dressing up as Helene to assassinate Vice Admiral Ailment despite it being paid by the Nets. However, it was just a thought. Kent chuckled while appearing completely drunk. I heard Ellen mention something about you, but I have to remind you that one shouldn't be too cozy out at sea. You need to take note and try your best not to provoke the pirates. What I mean is to not fight them head on. Privately provide us information would be fine. We will keep it a secret for you. This time he had clearly suppressed his voice. I feel like now I'm a little low on my camera, right? He has suppressed his voice. Seeing no response from German Sparrow, he added, pirates would bother with any chivalrous code, nor will they abide by the kingdom's laws and rules. Burp, if you have a family at different port cities or some island colony, they definitely be capable of attacking your family. Klein fell silent for a second before calmly saying, I do have a family. Ooze Kent was nearly at a loss for words. All he could do was say, they will also attack your friends. Then he heard Germanswar reply in an unperturbed tone, I do not have friends. Damn, dude. That's wild. Ooze Kent instantly choked up. He subconsciously drank a mouthful of his hard beer to calm himself. Damn, what a badass. After coughing twice, he said in a deep voice, they will also ambush you. They will also abide people to learn about your schedule and intercept your ship. At sea, a single person's strength is often inconsequential. Klein said rather calmly, I would reject them from giving me money. That's basic courtesy. Giving money. Ooze Kent was clearly taken aback as he found Germansparrow's words incomprehensible. A few seconds later, he realized that the man was treating pirates as mobile bounties. He's treating them as mobile bounties. He drank mouthful after mouthful of beer, momentarily at a loss for words. In the basement of the Emiris Leaf Bar, an unknown adventurer, Wormtongue, Mithor King's mind stirred as he sat straight up. Wiz said he's going to be in Discord in 5 minutes. Told you to come in 5. Is that a trap? It's not a trap, right? It's not a trap. All right, let's finish the chapter then. All right, we'll finish the chapter. Audrey, today I've had an amazing adventure. In the basement of the Emiris Leaf Bar, an unknown adventurer, Wormtongue Mithor's mind stirred as he sat straight up. Strongman Ouzel nodded. According to the Blue Eyes Meef, the adventurer is new. He likely hasn't been to the archipelago for long, but Meef felt that he was constantly dangerous. Considerable dangerous. Crazy. I am your mod also. No, I'm joking, dude. Could it be that the person who disguised himself as a lean to attack Captain Mithra immediately made certain connections as he asked with a deep voice, do you have his photograph or portrait? Ouzel beckoned to subordinate and receive a piece of white paper. We use a ritual to get Blue Eyes Meef to draw an unknown adventurer appearance. As you know, it's difficult having a firm footing in Bayam's underground world that being successful pirates. I need supporting members. Side to hire them, I spend a bit of money. Mithor could read between the lines as he chuckled. As long as you get to the bottom of this matter, Captain wouldn't be stingy with this reward. He took a portrait and spread it out and discovered a cold-looking man with black hair and brown eyes. His face was slightly thin and he had a cut face. He wore a black double-breasted frock coat and a half-top hat. Wait, who's calling? I'm getting a phone call. I'm sorry. All right, I guess we're good. It's probably a scam call. We have to get to 600. Was this calling? Like, hey, stop reading. Should we just stop right here? Well, no, we're almost done. We're almost done. Hold up. I think I found my place. I think we can finish the chapter. Bro's gonna get ambushed. As long as you get to the bottom of this matter, Captain wouldn't be stingy with his reward. He took the portrait, spread it out, and discovered a cold-looking man with black hair and brown eyes. His face was slightly thin, and he had a cute face. He wore a black double-breasted frock coat and a half-top hat. Never seen him before. It's impossible to confirm if he's the person who disguised himself as Helene. Mithor raised his head and said, find out his identity and whereabouts. I've already instructed my men to do so. Strongman Ouzel said with a deep laugh. The two fell silent at the same time as they drank their souf vile red wine. A few minutes later, a bar bouncer entered and broke the silence. He glanced at Wormtongue Mithor, leaned forward in his boss's ear, and whispered. Ouzel's expression instantly turned odd. An unconcealed smile appeared. He put down the wine glass and said after pausing, "That unknown adventurer has been found. Where is he?" Mythor asked. Uzo pointed at upstairs at this very... literally at the same bar. At this very bar, Mythor looked up at the ceiling and remained silent for a few seconds like, hey, this bar? I'll go up to verify. He believed that having some kind of interaction with the disguised Helene, he had a general understanding of the man's abilities. He believed that no matter how good the man was at disguising himself, he would definitely feel a sense of familiarity. Therefore, he decided to confirm it himself. According to his usual habits, he wouldn't have taken such initiative and would have instead performed an investigation from the outskirts. Only with enough confidence would he get himself involved, but this time he hasn't convinced Uzo's subordinate. It was really the person who disguised himself as Celine. He would immediately change his appearance and identify and vanish once he noticed something was amiss. Besides, Mythor knew that he was presently being punished by his captain. He knew he had to quickly perform a deed of merit in order to return to Black Death. Sire, regardless if I was lacking ability or not being careful enough, the outcome cannot be changed. I was fooled by the disguise and brought her onto the Black Death, nearly killing captain. If it were Quillingus, he wouldn't have spared me. He has always been very greedy. He had long thirsted for the beyond powers. Captain didn't believe that I had been in cahoots with the assassination, simply because Quillingus could also change his appearance with creeping hunger. She didn't summon people to surround and kill me. She only sent to the Bayam to investigate this matter. She's already being forgiven enough. Compared to Quillingus, she's truly a captain worthy of being loyal. I have to quickly provide some meritorious service and find an excuse to contact her so as to live up to her treatment towards me. As Mythor King got up and walked out, he couldn't help but have these thoughts churning through his mind. Although he was a pirate who had killed countless and had plundered countless ships, he had a soft spot in his heart. Besides, he didn't notice that he was being constantly mesmerized by Vice Admiral Element Tracy. Via prolonged interactions with her, his fondness for her had been seeped into his bones, even if... DZ. Oh, he's already in it? Okay. All right, well, good. We're almost done. All right, we're almost done with the chapter then. Let him. Cliffhanger is good for motivation. Audra's POV today. I've had an amazing dream adventure. Okay, so you know what? Let's stop right here. We'll stop right here. So let's do an outro then. Hold up. All right, hold up. All right, we're going to take a quick pause. We're going to leave our... This is the first time we've ever had a half read through chapter, and we will finish this chapter and the next part, because we're going to quickly hop on Discord and do part 2 of our volume 2 discussion. So stay tuned for that. All right, awesome. Sorry, super scuffed outro right there then, but you know what? It's for a good reason. I didn't do my fucking timestamp. I think it was 1 hour and 22 minutes. No, just read 2 more chapters, please. No, I know. Don't worry. We're still gonna read those 2 chapters. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just look. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. We're gonna get to 600. Don't worry about it. I finally joined stream for the first time. Yo, what's up, Nightwalker? What's up? Don't worry. We're still gonna hit 600. Wow. I'm smelling something. I'm getting hungry, man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're gonna talk for a little bit. So we're on page 6 of 7. Yeah, we only had like 2 pages left in this chapter. So let's do this here. Let me open up Discord. Wait, hold up. Before we continue, I want to see... I want to see if I can do a scene just for Discord. Capture method. Nope. Display. Nope, it's not that. Let me, hold up. Let me join on in the meantime. Yo. I think I joined. Oh, wait, I'm muted. There you go. Hold up. I muted everything. Perfect.
I still can.
That was funny. Alright, hold up. Let me see. I think
Okay, stop.
I think I can
Just
add...
put a roll to...
I can add a Discord scene. Hold up.
I'll mute everyone.
Let's remove this. Why does OBS do that? For some reason, I see your face on my OBS screen, and I don't know why it's doing that. That's so weird.
What?
Yeah, it's so weird. Oh, God.
I don't get it. Like my Discord overlaid is here on Discord, right? So I can see you on Discord, but for some reason, oh, there you go. I full screened you. It went away. Never mind. Okay, we're good. Chill. Let me do this. Hold up. I want to see if I can add a Discord scene. How do I do it again? It's video capture, right? Discord, USB video, Twitch virtual. No, not that. Hold up. My bad. One sec, Wiz. I think I know what to do here. Oh, shit. Media source. I think it's this. Discord. No, it's not it. How do you have specific... Do you guys remember how to do specific apps, like visible? Oh, wait, no. I found it. Window capture. Got it. It's a window capture. There's Discord app. And then I select Discord. Ah, I figured it out. I figured it out. So now I have this on stream. Got it. Okay. So now I have just Discord. Rather than showing my screen, now I have Discord open. Ah,
nice.
There
Okay.
you go. I figured out something new today. Okay.
I still have to, like, I mean, the thing is, I don't post these chats, so it's kind of
Yeah.
whatever, but like, I do need to figure out how to do that because that is fucking embarrassing.
No, I'm figuring this out like right here. It's on OBS. There's something called window capture. Like if you add when you add a scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then window capture, you can have like a specific app show. Because back then I've just been sharing screen one. No, now I can just share like the Discord app.
True. Oh, true. Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, and I never knew that.
Okay.
Okay, now I got it. Okay.
Okay, the music is too loud. I gotta turn it down.
Now, the only thing that might be a little scuffed, I'm gonna cut off the bottom half of the chat. So I'm just keep it like this. Is there? Does anybody know if we can split this? Probably not. Oh, I know what to do. Hold up.
When you say split this, are you referring to like who's visible on
No, I was trying to put the Discord chat on top of you, but I think I know what to do. I'm gonna see if I can add the app twice and then have a second one just for the Discord chat. That might work. Hold up, let me try this. I add an existing one. And I add Discord again. Oh fucking shot, that works. Okay. And then now I minimize this. When asking questions, do it one by one. Bet.
Yeah. And yeah.
Okay, hold up. Now I'm gonna do this.
And you are rushing to get to 600, eh? Damn.
It's just a little bit. Just a little bit. You know, my bad. I didn't set up the stream last night, and I woke up. I went for a little. I went for a little run with my dog, and I'm like, shit, I'm tired. I should stream right now, because I was about to go to bed and like chill for like 2 more hours. But I was like, I'll go live.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, you're good. No, all good, man.
Okay, let me put you.
Okay, I am now where you were
yesterday
at the end of last stream.
Yeah.
So that way, because that was my plan. My plan was for us to be in the same spot when we have this chat.
Oh,
so that way no one had to worry. So that no one had to worry about like spoilers or whatever. But like even this way, since you just read what you
no, it's right. I'm not talking about what I just read today. Yeah, I was basically reading like one thing, so it's like okay, yeah, don't worry. I've only read like one thing today. Yeah, so it's good. Knock on wood. But yes, I think we're good.
Yes.
Let me just put this here. Okay, I think I figured it out. Now I have Discord under the chat. Okay. Holy shit, that worked. Then I'm gonna blow up your face a little bit more to make you bigger.
Perfect. I'll just do this. Okay, I think I got it. I think this is good, right, guys? It's like I don't have enough space on my screen, bro. It's like I'm always struggling like where to put things.
I know. I'm gonna have to figure out how like people who do like interviews on YouTube and stuff, like how they structure that stuff. I'm gonna have to fucking.
Those are some funny ass faces, Court. No, what I've noticed, some people they'll split it like 50-50. Like, and it'll just be the faces. I think that's what like I think we need to have like a separate scene, like just for like talking or whatever.
True.
But I think this is good for now. All right. Post the Demoness Izukiki. What Demoness Izukiki? There was no Demoness Izukiki. Oh wait, you read what I read yesterday, right? Oh, okay. So
yes.
Okay. All right. So
okay. Isaac and all that stuff. You're good to talk about.
All right. So I guess we can talk about Volume 2 and a little bit of 3. Miss E don't exist.
Sounds good.
So I don't think you saw the Miss E stuff, right? The Mrs. E? No. Okay. No.
Oh, the wig and the yes, as people were sending it to me live as you were doing it.
That shit was fucking funny, dude. I was like, I had a wig in there for so fucking long. I was like, let me take this shit out. All right, just put the volume down a bit. I'm gonna put the volume down on my end. I'm gonna turn you guys up. I have Discord audio coming out now. But wait, say something, bro. I want to see if it's picking up. Okay, so you're not okay. There's no echo, right? Things that happen in the stream, but okay, never mind. I thought there'd be an echo, so I'm gonna just. No, I think we're good.
Okay. I'll keep talking.
Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, there's an echo. Because I have 2 Discord things on my audio mixer, but it's not picking you up, so I think it's good. I don't think there's an echo.
Oh, okay, so yeah, no worries. If you're scared of that, you can just mute one of them if there's 2 of them on the mixer, no?
So let me see this. If I mute both the Discords, I still have my desktop audio on, so we should still be able to hear you.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Oh, I can't even minimize it. Otherwise, it gets all funky. Okay, I can't do this. Wait, hold up. Now let me adjust my screen. Hold up. I just realized that. Now that's the other problem. Already corrupted.
I'll check. Yeah, I'll check that out, Court. Yeah.
Let me open up my notes. Drag that over here. Put this back here. Volume 2 notes. Oh wait, hold up. I'm gonna put YouTube on the bottom because for my monitors, I have my 2 monitor setup is on top of each other. Rather than keeping them sideways, I have one on top and one on the bottom. Because I don't have space.
You have vertical.
Yeah, I have vertical. I don't have space to do it horizontally, so I have to do it
Oh,
vertical.
I see.
Yeah, because I have like 2 wooden beams like right here, and I can't fit them.
Oh, I see. I have the opposite problem. I have a shelf right over my monitor.
Oh, really?
So
I had to take off. I had to take off the shelf above me so I can like fit it. It was pretty funny. It was a whole fucking hassle. All right, I will put my notes down here. Then put Discord here. Why don't I see Discord now? Oh, that's weird. I'm sorry, this is taking me so much longer, but I think I figured out the best way to do this.
All good, man. No rush. I'm just playing Minecraft. You're good.
Oh,
Take your time.
Yeah,
we have a server with like Romero, me, Devil.
Oh, you guys did say that yesterday. I remember that.
Yeah. So I'm just mining because Devil and I died like 6 times fighting the Ender Dragon, so we lost most of our shit.
Damn, Tim, I haven't played in a cool minute, bro.
I feel like it is boomer energy.
Dude, it was
when I said I only play like OG Minecraft.
Dude, it was so bad. Like, Devil and I we were so excited. We're like, oh my god, yeah, we're gonna kill the Ender Dragon. Haven't done that in so long. And then we died, and then we went in there and immediately just fucking got nuked, both of us. And then we spent more time running back to the Ender Dragon than we did actually fighting it.
Then actually fighting it?
Yeah, exactly. What a fucking joke.
Alright, do this. Thing is so fucking crooked. Okay, I think chat is visible over there. Oh, then I can have this over, and you guys don't see this part of the notes. Okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I think this is good. I think I was able to fix it. At least on my end, now I can like see my notes. I see Discord, and I can see chat. I think the only thing I can't see is chat. I think it's good. Oh, no, never mind. I do see chat. Okay. Okay, we're good. Now, before we start, let me quickly check my memory. I think I'm good. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. All right. I got enough space. Yeah, I have to go back and start deleting my old reactions.
Oh shit, now that you mention it, I got a message. I was like, I got a notification like before I started streaming. I was like, I have 90% of my usage, so I need to
really?
go clear up my
I'm the same right now.
Good thing is I do all my video stuff on my laptop, so
library.
that's kind of separate.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
But
fucking smart. Okay. Yeah, like I'm telling you, I do all my thumbnails and whatnot like from my phone. Like it's like everything I do from my phone, just because it's easier. Because like once I end stream, I'm not on my computer anymore. Like I leave the computer while everything's uploading, so I have to do everything from my phone.
Oh, I see.
All right. I don't think the music is loud for everybody. I think this is chill. It's just I think your voice is a little low, but I don't think no one said anything, so I think it's okay.
If it's I can turn up the thing if it's a little low. That's no issue.
No, you're
okay, hopefully
good.
that should be a bit better.
Yeah, I think you're good. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Alright. I think I'm just gonna pause.
Alright.
This. So we can do part 2 of our discussion.
Yeah.
Because I know there's a lot of things I guess I didn't say. And I know like there's so much that happened in volume 2. I know we didn't get to everything. Or like
volume 2 is so long. I'm sure we missed stuff.
Or like we know, pun intended, we grazed over some info.
Yes.
You experienced real ravings, but you passed the listeners. You guys passed. Let me see. I don't know if I should send you what I have right here in volume 2. Well, we went over all the art. We went over important artifacts, so I think we're good on that, right?
I think so. I think we talked a lot about the Angel 017
we talked about the Angel. Other artifacts. Let me see. Did we ever? I don't think we talked about the poison bottle that they used during the fight. That was pretty cool. The poison bottle in volume 2. Yeah. That one was a pretty sick bottle.
I was when I first read it, I had a bad understanding of it, so I thought that was going to be a really bad artifact. Turns out it was actually very good. Because when I read it, do you remember when it was first introduced, it said like, as you stay, like it has a different effect on everyone.
Yeah, like it's like random, spontaneous.
Exactly. Yeah. So when I read that, when I read that, I imagined that it was like a negative or positive effect. So I was imagining like, can you you accidentally go in there with that bottle and then you give your enemy a buff accidentally and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, you accidentally buff them instead of adding a debuff. I didn't think about that. That'd be funny though. I mean, I guess Fine found a good workaround, right? Because that's when he started using. That's when he first started using the card of blasphemy. Right? Yeah. That's when he first started using his spirit body form with the card of blasphemy. Got it. Yeah, so that like he like instantly negated like the one bad effect when he's in like his spirit body form. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then let's see. We talked about the Angel. I know recently we were talking about the blood vessel thief. Oh.
Yes.
It wasn't a thief that stole the blood vessel. The name of the artifact was called Blood Vessel Thief.
Yes.
Okay. So that was brought up in volume 2.
Yes. That was brought up in volume 1, actually, I think.
Oh, you did say that. It was during the
I
China's
think
Gate,
that
right?
was yeah, exactly. So like when Dunn told Klein to go to China's Gate, he
Yeah,
said
yeah.
he was like, go pick up an artifact.
Yeah,
I
they
think he had
picked up
option
2
of like 3
artifacts, right?
artifacts.
Yeah. Got it. That's what it was. Okay, so it's anyone who touches it will have their life stolen. 6 life from user over time. Length depends on sequence. Got it. I think that's all I wrote. Yeah, so it also... Okay, and the SAP stat as well. Got it. Well,
Yeah, that's way better than me because I didn't take notes on the sealed artifacts until I saw you were doing it. And I was like, oh, that's so smart.
yeah, no, it's like I figured might as well like take notes on, I guess, anything that gets brought up because you never know when stuff is gonna come back. Oh,
Yeah, exactly. That's like one of the main problems sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
no,
off.
no, no, you're good. You're good.
That's it's like one of the main problems I've been having because like as I'm like programmed ever since my school days to like skim read stuff and then only pick up important stuff.
Yeah.
So like I just ignore stuff that I don't think is important, and then I'm like starting to realize like, okay, there's nothing that's mentioned that's not important.
It's like
So just
everything
like
comes
remember
back.
all of it.
Yeah, literally everything comes back. Like even in like the Leonard preview, even though like what's it called? That old man isn't gonna get brought up, like the parasite. It looks like that was the parasite in the Leonard point of view, right? It's like
Exactly. Yeah,
everything comes back. It's super cool, dude.
Yeah, I know. There's a literary thing for I don't know what I can't remember what it's
Yeah.
called. I'm not but there's like a literary tool for it that it's like, hey, unless a thing is going to be used, it shouldn't be mentioned.
Yeah.
It's like the thing that the example they give is like I remember being told about this in like high school. It was like if a gun is hung on the wall, it shouldn't be there unless that gun is going to be shot at some point.
Oh,
But
okay.
most like authors don't actually adhere to it.
Yeah.
So like as kids, you read it and you're like, oh fuck it, not important, not important, not
Yeah,
important.
not in this series,
But
though.
like when there's good writing, it's like,
Yeah,
okay, no, you actually have to remember all of that.
yeah, not in this series.
Oh,
Everything like you
Chekhov's
gotta
gun.
remember
Yes, thank you,
everything.
Devil.
Chekhov's gun? Who's that? Chekhov's.
That's the name of the literary device.
Oh,
that
that's
gun
what
should
it
only be
is. Got
present.
it.
Yeah, like that gun should only
Cuttlefish
be
gun.
present if it's gonna be shot. Yeah, exactly.
All right, okay, so we did that, and then I'm pretty sure we talked about the sun brooch like way back, like when we first talked about volume 1.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I don't remember writing this down. Spirit medium's mirror sees different figures that put the one looking in danger. Oh, that was during volume 1. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. This was all volume 1. Spirit medium mirror, peaceful hair
I don't even
strands.
remember that if I'm honest.
It was what killed Keenly in volume 1. Whenever fighting against
I
Madame
see.
Sharon, yeah, like the mirror they used.
Mm.
What'd you think of the Elista Tudor and Red Angel Lord, bro? I'll be honest, man. I haven't even fully grasped that. I was reading what Romero said.
Dude, same. I was because I was reading so fast because I'm like, fuck, I need to.
I know.
I was like, okay, I just need to.
Sometimes you read
I was
too
like, I just need
fast, you
to
don't
finish up.
digest.
Exactly. And so everyone was like, hey, so like, what do we think about this? I'm like, motherfucker, ask me next stream, okay?
He's like, ask me in a year, bro.
I'm not grasping any of this,
Ask me when we're like volume 4 or volume 5. Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
like a lot happening.
Like, I don't know.
Well, what did he say? What did Court Clown say? Remember when Leonard was talking to himself in volume 1 when Klein first joined the Nighthawk?
He was talking to
Is
the
that what the
grandpa.
foreshadowing
Exactly.
was? You
Yeah,
guys
well,
did mention
that's
there was
what-
foreshadowing in volume 1.
Exactly. Like I just remember when the only thing like I really remember about Klein from or Leonard from volume 1 was like when Leonard said like, "Oh, like we're both special, you and I." And
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
remember
dude, what
that.
kind of a
Yeah.
fucking loser says he's special? And then it turns out like, okay, he wasn't kidding. Like he's actually special.
Oh, you know what's weird? Now maybe that's the part from the in the character preview. You know how like he saw like the old man? That's probably what it was. It's probably that scene where he's like talking to himself and then it cuts to like his shadow and it's like that old man. That's probably what that is then.
Oh,
That's probably what that was in the
maybe.
character preview.
Oh, I didn't actually think of that either. I didn't know what that I thought that shadow might have been like a monster or something. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think of that.
Or because he'll think he's a Missy. It's funny every time like it brings up the parasite. It reminds me of Naruto. I don't know if you ever watched Naruto. Like when
Yeah, of
Naruto
course.
speaks to his like Jinchuriki, or like Garak's
Oh yeah, when
communicating
he's
with their
talking to
Jinchuriki.
Kurama, yeah.
It's like always what it's reminding me of. Like whenever there's like a second entity
Uh,
talking through you. We talked about the molecule from that. Yeah, we talked about that. The all pupilless black eye. That's the marionettist characteristic. Yeah.
yeah, the Rosegos, yeah.
Didn't take in his family notebook. We talked about that. Saint Selena, creeping hunger, got a sword. What do I just have a hat? This had to have been something that was up for exchange. Can change shapes. Wearing it allows you to move freely. Didn't Audrey get something like this, where she bought something and disguised it as earrings or a necklace? Is that what that was?
Oh, that was the characteristic of the faceless that Klein sold from.
The mask.
Yeah, lie, exactly.
Got it. Okay. I don't know why I have blocks written down. Oh, it's from the museum. It detects anything or like lifeless objects in the first floor. I remember. I didn't realize I wrote that down. Like that one block ungraded artifact. It was like and when Klein first went in spirit form to steal the card of blasphemy, there was a ungraded artifact that like it was like it blocks, it changes shapes into like the first floor of like the museum, and like it will like detect anything like a piece of leaf or whatever that fall on the ground.
I see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was used by the mandated punishers. Yeah. To ensure that.
And that's when it introduced that one like mysterious female figure. Right?
Oh, yeah.
That picked up Klein.
I actually have an idea on who that is now.
Okay. All right. Hold on. I'm trying to remember what okay. Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah. I think that lady is the person that, Vice Admiral.
Yeah, you read today, right? From what you read today?
Yeah, no. This was I read yesterday.
Yeah.
Not Vice Admiral Tracy. Who's the one that Blazing works for? Oh my God, what's her name?
Wasn't she with Element Tracy? Yeah, she was. Nope. She was with Edwina.
Yes.
Got it.
I think that person that Edwina's. I think that's the person that Edwina's working for. And
shit! You think it's the okay?
And I think it's sorry.
Cat
and I think it's Roselle's daughter, Bernadette.
You're fucking crazy. That is crazy thinking. Okay. Oh wait, Romero's saying that you're probably thinking of Catleya, because people were calling.
Sorry. Yes, I'm still cooked. Sorry, I'm thinking of Catleya. Sorry,
there's like so many new characters have been introduced, especially since we're also talking a little bit about Volume 3. It's hard to keep track sometimes, especially for I haven't taken notes anything on Volume 3 yet. Yeah, so Catleya, people were calling Catleya a snitch because she's writing information to someone else. Got it.
Exactly. I think she's writing information to Roselle's daughter, Bernadette.
Okay.
So do you remember like a while back in like one of the Roselle diaries, we had this like excerpt from Zaratul, who said that your eldest daughter Bernadette is going to be like an important figure in beyond her history, and she's going to betray you.
Yeah.
So what I think is so I don't know why, but Catleya was at one point talking about Roselle, and she said, the Emperor, and referring to Roselle.
She referred to him as Emperor instead of Roselle, right?
Exactly. And then she referred to the person that she was working for as Her Majesty.
I didn't even remember that, bro. Ain't no way. Wait, what?
Which makes me think it's Roselle's daughter.
She called her Her Majesty, since she's a princess, as
daughter of Roselle. Exactly.
Okay, damn, that is, if that actually happens, it's actually kind of crazy. You see, I wouldn't even be able to pick up on shit like that, dude. I can't pick up on stuff like that, especially because I forget things so quickly. Also, Bernadette founded the Emerald Dawn. I don't remember what's the Emerald Dawn. I don't actually remember what that is.
Element Dawn.
Element Dawn.
Yes. Okay.
That was a new organization, right? That was introduced in Volume 3.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I haven't read anything on that. Got it. I can't, man. It's hard. It's hard for me to follow this. I'm telling you, like, especially for me, dude. It's like for me, this is my first web novel that I've ever read, and like, of course, I read something that's like 2,000 plus chapters when you like take into account COI. Like, bro, like my reading stuff is like school books from like back in the day. Like back then, bro, I read Aragon. Like up here, I got Aragon, I got Harry Potter, I got the Hunger Games. Like that was my reading level back in the day. Like I would read like adult fantasy books or like young adult books, and then we just randomly read this.
Exactly. Yeah, like same. This is my first web novel ever. Like same thing. Like I used to love as a kid the Percy Jackson series and stuff.
Those were so good, dude. Yeah, I actually never finished reading them. That's kind of funny though.
I finished the original set, and then I think she came out with like another 3 or something that
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did not
More
read.
follow-up, right?
I
Okay.
think I was just yeah, I was too old for it at that point.
Oh yeah, we'll be careful with spoilers on Discord. The fact that Cuttlefish wrote and released 2 chapters per day at the start of this is insane. Yeah, I don't get how he's able to pump out
It
chapters like that quickly.
Yeah, like even by the end, I think his average rate, someone told me, was like 2 or 3 chapters a week, which
Yeah.
of this is insane.
Yeah, like I think another series that like was pumping out a lot of chapters was I don't know if you ever heard of Mount Ha Sect as a manga adaptation, but it also has a web novel, and that dude was like pumping
Oh,
out like I think 5 a day, right? People are saying he probably pre-planned LOTM. Somebody did say that like he had the
Mm,
outlines for like all the volumes like before he started. Got it.
that's
Okay.
crazy, dude.
Let me
I,
see.
I mean, I've never been much of a writer at all, so let's be fair. But like in my mind, if I'm writing something this long, I have like a rough outline, and then
Yeah,
I'm making shit up as I go along.
just do it as it goes.
Yeah, exactly. Like have a rough outline, like, hey, this is what I want,
Yeah,
this is where
yeah.
it's gonna end or whatever. But fuck it, if I have all of it planned, Jesus
Wait,
Christ, that's
probably I
insane.
probably won't read the COI comment just in case, just so I don't have any ideas on how it ends. Just in case. Okay.
Mm.
Well, let me see. Other ungraded artifacts that were brought up. What was this? Oh, I have the Scarlet Lunar Corona. It creates similar effects of a full moon within a certain range. And it was okay for the Moses ascetic order because they all had those crazy ideologies, right? So for them, it enhanced them. But for, what was it? For Sharon and Merrick, it was a disadvantage to them because they had different belief values. Oh, wait, we probably shouldn't talk about COI.
So I think it was that Merrick and Sharon were getting debuffed
Yeah,
because
they're getting
as the
debuffed.
prisoner pathway, the mutant
Yeah, the
pathway,
mutant pathway.
the full moon would sort of like affect them.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know why, but it would like affect their abilities. Whereas it was okay for the person that was holding it.
Yeah.
Like it didn't. The user was the holder of the item was neglected from the effects.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why Sharon held on to it when she killed the member from the Rose School of Thought.
Okay.Got it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I
that was the
forget it
item she
freezes your
kept, and then
blood.
Klein got the poison bottle. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So we went over that. There's the silver bracelet that Force was given, right? I think that was the first time when you were
Mm.
able to go into the spirit world. Or no, I don't
I
remember. That was the first time where we saw someone physically go into the spirit world, right?
I think so. I mean, Azek might have done something in the first volume. I don't remember,
Because
but it was like definitely the first one that I
oh,
remember.
you know what's funny? That's probably how Azik got to Quillingus in Volume 1 so quickly. He probably went through the spirit world. That's probably how we
Oh,
got there so quickly.
true.
But the bracelet was the first time where it was
Oh,
like specifically drawn out. Like it's like basic. It was like it was basically teleporting through the spirit world. But I think that's how Zik got there to Quillingus so easily. Like people are like, how did he get here? Yeah,
mm.
that's probably why.
I
Okay,
know.
because we know he was the one that pulled Klein at the end of Volume 2. Oh yeah, people are saying yes. The bracelet was the first
Yes.
time it was okay. But Force was the first time going through the spirit world. Was in Volume 1 while escaping from Quillingus. Yeah, so Quillingus was the first time it was used, but we just didn't know. They're like, okay, you can traverse to the
Is
spirit
that
world.
what it
Okay.
was?
Okay. All right.
That
Okay,
makes
we
sense.
got that. What is this? Why do I have a miniature telegraph written down? Oh, it was a palm-sized telegraph with a trumpet on an end. I think that's what Isengard Stannon use, right? At a you can hear everything or like all sounds within 5 kilometer. Oh, yeah, I think that's what it was. I think that's what I like about the series. There's so many like crazy random artifacts and like so many random items that you'd never know what it's gonna do. I think Isengard
Hmm.
used that. Listen to me.
I
Wait,
don't
what did I
even remember.
miss? No,
I
Court said
think
listen to me.
I think Court said something that was not a spoiler for you, but a spoiler for me and Romero.
Oh, okay.
Sort of banished him.
Let's see what else. I like this one. So when they introduced the Spectre portrait frame and Amon's tomb that said it can like sap the spirit body, what were you thinking? Oh my god, when the mandated Punisher was walking and like he was completely fine. Like right there where you're like, oh, he's probably like an animatronic doll. I don't know if you remember that part in Volume 2.
Oh yes, yeah.
I was so lost.
It was aging the
Oh,
crap out of him,
it was a
and then
hive mind. My
like
bad. Yeah.
yeah, and then the springs kept popping out of his body or whatever. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is happening?
And
No,
I
I had
remember
no
you had no
idea.
idea, dude. I remember like
No, until right up and yeah.
no,
Sorry,
you're
go
good.
on.
Go for it. Go for it.
Like right up until Klein said like, "Hey, oh, I remember that like a high
Yeah.
sequencer of this pathway is able to make like dolls or whatever." Like I
Yeah,
had
yeah.
no fucking clue what was going
And
on.
then like that's where it stopped, right? Yeah, I thought we were talking like porcelain dolls, like the ones Emily White uses. I didn't think it was like
Yeah.
animatronic dolls. It was funny because like a few streams before, I was watching Baldur's Gate 3 walkthroughs again just for fun. And I got to that
Mm,
part where they fight the animatronic dolls in Act 2. And then it cuts to like the Act 3
right.
animatronic boss fights. And I was like, oh, that'd be such
Yeah.
a cool like enemy type in Lord of the Mysteries. Like it fits the world so perfectly. And then like when it said all the springs coming, I was like,
right.
oh, what the fuck? It's an animatronic doll. Like that's fucking sick. Wait, Hormick Hayden was the Archbishop of the Church of the God of Steam and Machinery at Backlund Diocese. Got it. And he had to be within close range to use it. I think that's what something I think Klein mentioned that. Okay.
Yeah, I think he has like his range isn't too far
Yeah,
for
like he's probably
how
nearby,
far
but
away
it
he can
wasn't
be.
him physically there. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I like the
Exactly.
whole
Yeah.
portrait. That reminded me of one of the secure. You know how like it's kind of like, you know how artifacts are like loosely based off Secure Capture Protect, the SCP Foundation, where it's like all
Right. Oh,
the
right. Yeah.
archived.
Yeah.
There's a specific portrait. It's called like the water portrait. When you look at it, like your internal body begins to drown, this and that. And when it's like this
Oh.
portrait, it like saps your spirit. I'm like, oh, it was pretty cool. It reminded me of that. Like I remember reading that shit like a decade ago, and like when that happened, I was like, oh, I remember that, and it was pretty cool. I wonder if Cuttlefish goes to like that website, and like sometimes when he finds something interesting, he's like, oh, I can work with this. That'd be pretty
He's like
cool.
yoink.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I could probably work with
Oh,
this. Now let's see
oh,
what
that's so.
else.
I know what SCP is. I've never actually spent much time on the website, but like I'm vaguely aware of like how it works and
Yeah, I
stuff.
used to go through that website like for fun. I remember I used to like read
Mm.
everything in like numerical order. Like everything was listed. Like there's like people time traveling, this and that. I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty sick. It was pretty cool. I always had fun going through it. I only know because of LOTM. Oh, a lot of inspiration. Cuttlefish is a big SCP fan. Oh, he's a big fan. Okay. Let's see. What
Oh,
else
that's
haven't
cool.
we covered? We did the flight of stairs. I'm just going through all the mystical items I had it written down, just in case there's stuff we didn't miss.
Yeah.
What is a
Yeah. All good.
band of light? Make the user an envoy of light, an attendant of the sun. I don't. If the word, I don't remember who
Where-
used that. It's a band of
I
light.
don't remember that either.
I don't remember that. I can't make heads or tails. Too many numbers and I mix them up a lot. Oh, you know what's pretty cool? And the Lenevus fight with the
Yep.
with I was about to say in the Lenevus fight with with Cuttlefish, and when Crescent Sesamir showed up and he fought against Giant followed by Lenevus, I thought it was pretty cool how like all the red gloves, they came in like all these blips, they came in like beyond their
Yep.
airships. I thought that was pretty
Yeah.
sick.
Exactly.
And then they had like a magic mirror that would like only specifically target Beyonders. That was
Yep.
pretty. I found that really badass. Oh yeah, the Sword of God, and
I
then
know.
that's when we got more info on the Sword of Goddess. Yeah, I remember that. It was like
Exactly. Yeah.
sealed in a case. Now I have to ask about the best character of the series, Ed Sheeran. Oh yeah, we both
True.
we both got to that. I found that really funny. And then Cuttlefish
I
wrote
found that
Ed
so
Sheeran.
hilarious.
He made him like a complete asshole, dude. And then people were saying that
Yeah.
like, oh, his like Cuttlefish's wife loves Ed Sheeran. I'm like, this dude was clearly trolling his wife when he made Ed Sheeran like an unlikable, like evil, sadistic character in Volume 3.
Exactly. He was like, "God damn it! This man's trying to take my wife away. I'm gonna make you a
He's
little
like,
shit."
I'm gonna make my wife hate Ed Sheeran. That's pretty funny. I don't know if you've ever seen Game of Thrones, but I remember Ed Sheeran was introduced and Ed Sheeran
Oh,
came
right,
out
yeah,
in
he
Game of
was one.
Thrones. He started singing. I started
Yeah,
laughing. I was like, what
yeah,
is
he was like,
here?
yeah, he was one of the random warriors that Arya walked by or whatever. Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and like he's like, oh, he's such a
Yeah,
beautiful singer. Yeah. Let's
it was
see.
so out of left field.
Let's see. We were just talking about the biological poison bottle. Yes. I wrote the origins. I don't remember where it came from. The biological poison bottle is a product of a death-seeking experiment. Okay, I guess that's all that was introduced. Then there's a blood vial. I was wondering if the blood vial was gonna come back into play, like when Father Utroski told him like you can get the blood vial or the master key. It's like you sap your blood and
Oh,
then it like enhances you for like a certain
and
amount of
then
time.
it regens you. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm,
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I really hope we just get to see more Father Utrovsky in general. I thought he was such a
yeah, a lot of
badass
people keep
character.
calling him a Giga Chad. So the fact that people love
Yeah.
him that much, I have like an inkling suspicion that he's probably gonna come back later on. That's like one thing I've noticed. When
Yeah.
people go crazy for a specific character, it's like, all right, they're gonna come back at some point. Like I know
Well,
people
yeah,
go
that
crazy for the world. Oh, this is what I didn't say last
right.
time we spoke. Everybody goes crazy whenever the world is mentioned. Like, and I know people are like, oh, it's just Klein controlling him. I think there's more behind him. This is what I didn't say last time we spoke because I completely forgot. What I'm thinking is gonna happen when Klein hits like a higher sequence, the world would be able to work like independently of him. Like when he's above the gray fog,
Oh,
right?
like maybe once he hits Marionetta. Oh no, above
Yeah.
Marionettist, I guess.
Or yeah, or maybe
Uh,
even Marionettist. Like yes, he'll have like greater control over Marionettist, right? Like where now like the strings can
mm,
like work him rather than like him physically control or like him
right.
controlling him. But I always had to
Yep.
like okay, maybe when he's like a high sequence, like he can like work independently of him, or like he would use less effort to control him.
Less, uh,
Yeah.
like the sort like the doll that like the Hormic guy we were just talking about made,
Yeah, kind of like
basically.
him, but yeah, like rather than like animatronic is like a spiritual body he conjured. Yeah.
Ah,
Where
oh,
is
that would
the
be cool.
fortune pick? I found a bunch of diamonds. What is that? Oh, you guys talking about Minecraft?
Oh, sorry, Dav was just talking about Minecraft. Ignore him.
All right. Let's see. Oh, this is the other thing I found funny. When they were in Amon's tomb, how like their way of exploring was just using guns and cannons to like purify the tomb.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fuckers, they just
Well,
start
yeah,
whipping
I
out
love that.
cannons. That shit was funny, dude.
They're so efficient. They're like,
Yeah, that
okay,
was
so
an
we're just gonna
efficient
blow
way.
up a room.
Yeah,
Check.
they just
Is
like
anything
summon
still
miniature
moving? Blow it up
suns.
more.
Yeah, and then when they like
Yeah.
take out like the golden gun, they're like, we're shooting purifying bullets. Yeah. That
Yeah.
was pretty funny. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was
All
really
right.
good.
Oh yeah, there's burning scrolls. Yeah, summons like yeah. Let's see, Book of Secrets. What was the Book of Secrets? This is the thing he exchanged with Sharon. The Book of Secrets,
yes,
right? This is when we started getting more
yes.
lore in the fourth epoch. Where I'm like, okay, hold up, this is getting overwhelming. Okay.
Book of Secrets. Oh yes, you're right. Sorry, I'm thinking of the one that we got from Fours.
The one with the
Spirit Walk.
the one that has like the eye on it, right? The eye on the book.
Oh, maybe. The only book that I remember with the eye on it was the one that thing had, the Eye of Wisdom had. But
Oh
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah. He's the one that had an eye
remembering.
on it. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
And then let's see. I don't know. I have firearms as a mystical item. Oh yeah, it's from that when they were just shooting purifying bullets. Got it. Klein's angel. Oh, this is I actually haven't really taken much notes on the angel Klein's been able to summon. I actually don't remember how it works exactly. Right? That's the one thing I don't remember. I know he like with his
Yeah.
spirit, and I forget how that works. That I don't remember.
I just know something like he flicks out one of his paper figurines and then
Yeah.
it like transforms.
Oh, I know
So
it's not.
I'm just
Oh
thinking,
yeah, I know it's not an angel. I know they're saying. I know it's not angel. Like I know Klein said it's not an angel. It just it like his spirituality takes form and like it became that. Yeah.
yeah, I think the first time I think he did it, it was something like he used the gray fog to transform around like the paper figurine to sort of
Yeah.
make whatever he wanted.
Got it.
I don't know how any of that works. Don't ask me.
Yeah, I found that a little confusing. Okay. Oh, the
The
other
great, yeah,
book was the one that said I came, I saw. What was it? I came, I saw a road.
record. Oh, I saw a record. That was the one that the Abraham family member that
Yeah, it was brought
Thurs
up
is learning
twice.
from. Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay. And then the second time
And
it was
yeah.
brought up was when Mr. 8 was fighting, or no? Didn't he use the ability? Because I think some were like,
Oh,
hey,
oh,
right?
yes, Mr. A, when he was killing the ambassador, he said
That
something. He
fight was
said the same
sick,
thing. I
right?
came, I saw a
That
record.
fight was pretty sick.
Yes, that
That's
was awesome.
that was one of the first
That was
fights when I
awesome.
was reading it. I'm like, wait, hold up. This is starting to get a little hard to follow. Like, who's the one? Like, is it a woman fighting or is it a man fighting? Is it? Oh no, it's
Yeah,
Mr. A.
dude, I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
so confused.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
were saying like Mr. A was sadistic. Got it. And like, okay, he wanted to take credit. There's a mask I wrote down. Used to become extremely calm and emotionless. Oh, I remember that. The more you use it, the word will become more and more unlike a human being. Okay, I remember that. We talked about the master key. We talked about the mental tarot candle. Nast's ship, formerly the Dark Emperor ship, a relic of the Empire. Oh, that's been brought back in Volume 3. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Which one?
The Nast's ship. You know how like
Oh,
King
yes,
of the
yes,
Five
yes.
Seas, you know how like he uses the Dark Emperor ship. You were right about that. I guess
Yes.
that's how you were thinking. I guess that's how you came to that conclusion. How like, oh, he's probably gonna be like trying to become the next Dark Emperor, and yeah, he's using like the former Dark Emperor's like ship, like or his Empire ship.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, it
mask was
wasn't
so
exactly a fully fledged theory,
Yeah.
but I was kind of winging it by the seat of my pants here, but it kind of worked out.
It worked out. It worked out. Yeah, it worked out. Yeah, we were reading. I was like, what the fuck, man? He was fucking right. Like he was talking about this shit. Yeah, you're right. What the fuck? All right, let's see. Oh, right here. I just put translucent blurry book. I saw record. Yeah, it's an ability that Saint Tenebros used. I don't remember who's Tenebros. And there's a whip of Slowless, the whip of the Holy Sunbird. Okay, I think that's it for that. I guess that's it for on artifacts. So those are basically all the artifacts that have been introduced in up to Volume 2. And I know Volume 3 has a lot more. Damn, man, it's so hard keeping track of all this now.
It's so much stuff, man. How anyone is able to do one read through and retain like a lot of it is beyond.
I don't get it. Actually, somebody earlier here on Discord said I learned what was it? I learned to remember everything after I read it. I think somebody said that. Somebody earlier said after I read it, I realized I must retain all this knowledge. So now I don't feel that bad. Saint Tenebros is Saint of the Aurora Order. Secret is we don't remember a lot, but that's the secret. That's the sauce right there. All right.
Saint of the Aurora Order.
Chat is corrupted and being purified. Yeah, we need to start adding some of those like what's it called? Purified cannon shots that the Mandated Punchers used.
Right, yeah.
This is where was it? Oh, this was where we learned, and Volume 2 was where we learned with Beyonder ingredients or potions. It was humans, creatures. Well, we knew creatures because of Audrey, but we knew that materials without life can consume it. And that has me thinking.
Right, yes.
I don't know if a Rhodes became like a living artifact because of that, but I don't think there was a way for like unless like the way I read it as like, okay, if materials without life can consume potions, the way I figured maybe somebody concocted a potion and then spilled the potion by accident and left, and then that landed on the mirror, and then over time the mirror, i.e. your Rhodes,
became sentient.
Yeah, that's what I was because I don't think they ever revealed how he came about, right? Like I don't think so.
No, we don't know a thing about Erdes right now. I'm assuming it has something to do with the Grey Fog, but I don't know.
Okay, yeah, it probably has something to do with the Grey Fog then. Yeah, we did talk about that last time. It probably has something to do with it.
Yeah, just a little bit, yeah.
I guess we can look at characters because this is the next thing I have written down. I guess in alphabetical order. For characters, we got all the pirates, Nast. So this is what confused me. Nast, I guess it was touched up again in Volume 3. But Nast was one of the 4 pirate kings, but he's the one with the title of King of the Five Seas. I think that's how it was, right?
Yes.
Okay, I thought it
Nast
was Nast on top of everything.
Yes,
and then the 4 pirates.
I think it's I think it's something like there's 4 emperors of the sea, but Nast is the king of the sea.
Yeah,
like he's the greatest of the
seas,
4
but
emperors.
He's one of those 4. Yeah, Nast is on top of pirates, but Nast is part of the 4 pirate kings, and then Nast is just he's the biggest. Got it. And then I think the only 4 one of the other 4 pirate kings that was mentioned in Volume 2 was the Queen Mystery, and her ship name was Dawn.
Oh, a Queen Mystic, I think.
Is it Queen Mystic? I put Mystery. Oh, it's Queen Mystic. I
think so.
I put Mystery. I'm like, that's a little on the nose. It's very mysterious. Let me fix that. It's Queen Mystic. Got it. I'm like thinking King Mystic from Pokemon over here. And the 7 admirals. I know in Volume 3, the one we haven't touched on much yet was Admiral Hell.
But
Yes, Admiral of Hell and Admiral of Blood. I'm
an
curious
Admiral
about both of
Blood.
those.
Yeah. Okay. See notes about her, Element Dawn. Okay, and then the only thing I have written down on Admiral Hell from Volume 2, he had a ship called Black Tulip. Oh, he was Nast's former subordinate. I forgot about that. He has a powerful medium and can control creatures in the spirit world, possesses an ancient ring on his left hand from Death's era. He sounds like he's going to be important in Volume 3. That's all I have written down on him from Volume 2. But he might
I
come
feel
back in
like
Volume
he's
3.
gonna, yeah. I feel like he's definitely gonna be important, but I feel like he's gonna be important a little bit later.
Yeah, a
Like
little bit later.
he's not gonna
Okay.
be in yet.
Yeah, because I know we're
Like,
barely getting
because that,
Admiral Blood. Okay.
well, exact, because we're only like 1/3 of the way through the book, which is insane.
No, my notes can only retain so much knowledge before I forget everything.
Exactly. Yeah. Like my notes on the lore section is about 50 pages at this point. I'm
Yeah,
like, dude, I don't
it's
know what to do
wild, bro.
anymore.
See the notes about her? I don't know if I should look at that
Like
yet.
if I took this good of notes in high school, I would have had much better grades. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, I would have been top of my class, man. Let's see.
Yeah, exactly.
Admiral. Oh, so did you remember when Cat Leah? I know we're getting more of Cat Leah in Volume 3, but did you remember when she was first introduced? It was when Olger went to that pirate meeting, that pirate gathering back in Volume 2. And I remember in chat, everybody started freaking out when they were like, oh my God, it's Admiral Stars. And I remember people were like, oh, the foreshadowing, it's her. And then it's like, when Oliver went, he was scared of Cat Leah. It was back then when she just had the title of Admiral Stars. Like, she conjured like a bridge of stars or whatever and like walked over the water. Some shit like that. And I remember people were going crazy when she was introduced in Volume 2.
No,
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, that's when Admiral Stars was first shown. You see, and I'm over here thinking like, oh, it's probably Trissy. Like Trissy became of Admiral Stars, because that was like the only other female I can think of at the time that like might come back. Got it.
That's so funny.
Who the hell is this?
No, I just no.
Rear Admiral.
Like my memory is not.
Rear Admiral Deep Sea Howl Constantine, and he's a non-human bloodline tied to sea monsters. Oh, I remember writing that down. So there's a sea monster admiral, 7 admirals of the sea. I just have this. Rear Admiral Deep Sea Howl Constantine. He's non-human and his bloodline is tied to sea monsters. Okay.
Oh, yes. Yes, you're right. Then Alder introduced Admiral of Blood Senior, who's suspected to be non-human, Vice Admiral Deep Sea Howl Constantine, who possesses a bloodline that was partially from sea monsters.
Got it. Well, yeah. we can't wait, Mick. We can't talk about the last chapter that I read. We can talk about the last chapter he read, just so I don't accidentally say spoilers and that way I don't slip up. Oh, I forgot to theorize that. Easy also theorized that Trissy is actually an artifact. Oh yeah, I was like, oh, watch her being a living artifact out of nowhere. Yeah, okay.
I guess if she had the primordial demoness with her for longer, she might have actually become one. It's actually not a bad point.
Like over time.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Like over time, the demoness would have just overtaken more and more of her.
Oh, what you think of Zix stuff that you learned? Bro, that shit was wild. You just read that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Volume 3. I still haven't wrapped my heads around that. So, we know Zik fought during the War of the Four Emperors.
Yep.
And then Death and Demoness teamed up, brought about a pale disaster. And then at some point in time, he had like his first few lives. But then the thing I don't get why he's still losing his memories. Because, right?
I had a guess.
I think Easy has a wrong idea what living artifacts is. Oh, I know. That's what I was thinking back then. Okay. Oh, go for it. You shoot.
Yeah. I don't know, but I think because we know that Azek had at least 2 kids, right? We know the first kid that we saw in volume
headless,
1 where
exactly
where Ince took off his head or whatever.
Yeah, I remember we saw him in in his preview. Yeah.
Oh yes, we did. Yeah, when he was like, "Oh, whoever took the head will pay 1,000-fold or whatever." Um, I think when Azek had his kids, because high sequence beyonders can give certain amounts of characteristics to their kid,
Mm-hmm.
he got brought down back down to undying.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought if you have children, it just you give the. I thought it's like you give the remnant infects, or like you give the remnant potion of that potion to the child. I thought that's what it was.
If
Right?
you're a high sequence beyonder, you can choose how much characteristic to give your son, or
You-
how much to give your kid. Sorry. So like a sequence 4 can choose to give their son, their kid anywhere from like a sequence 9,
Yeah.
8, 7, 6, whatever they want.
if you have
So
enough
maybe
children,
with
you can lower your sequence. Oh, Romero's clarifying.
exactly.
Level,
Yeah.
you can lower your
So-
sequence. Ah.
Yeah. So so we know he at least had 2 kids. Maybe
Yeah.
he had more, and he eventually got bumped down from, let's say, I don't know. Let's say he's in sequence 3, got bumped down to 4 again, and now he's back stuck in that state.
You know what it probably is? Since he was with death and he probably saw so much death, he was probably over it. And he was like, since I can't truly kill myself, might as well just keep artificially dying and start a new life. Maybe he willingly chose it. Right? That I always say right at the end, like if
Maybe.
like I'm right or like we don't know, but it's like
Yeah, of course,
maybe
yeah.
maybe he chose to like willingly keep losing his memories, because I remember the character he was speaking. I already forgot her name. Tracy? What was her name? No, not Tracy. The character he spoke with. She's like,
Oh.
I like. Why do you keep losing your memories if that was something that was part of Unshadowed?
Yeah.
Like you should have been
Yeah.
like past that curse. I'm thinking. Maybe Katerina, thank you. When he had his conversation with
Yes.
Katerina, maybe Azik was like over it, and he's like, you know what? No, like maybe because we know he, like you said, he has at least 2 known children. Maybe he has
Yep.
more children that we don't know of, and he probably just feels bad that like they die and he keeps living. So he's like, I'm over it.
Mm,
I'd rather die, lose my memories, and like start again and have a fresh start. Maybe, I don't know,
mm.
but I find it cool. The
That's
demoness of unaging. It's
yeah, that was cool.
that was pretty sick. And the demoness of unaging knew Azik like back then.
Yeah, exactly.
During the Pell era.
Exactly. Like as soon as Azek came
Shit.
down, she was like, "Why are you here?"
That was
What?"
pretty sick. That was a pretty sick reveal. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's probably like one of my new favorite moments with Azik. Of course, because like we're getting more
Yep.
on him. At first I was thinking like, oh, maybe that was like his wife, right? Just like how like Def and the Demoness teamed up.
Mm.
Maybe like Def's lieutenant Azik teamed up with and then Primordial's lieutenant her, like they teamed up or whatever. I don't know. What sequence do you
Ah.
think Undying and Def are consoles are? Oh yeah, we still technically don't know where they land.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
got it. Here, let me scroll down. Let me look at the
I think-
pathways.
I think they're both somewhere. I think they're both 3. That's my guess.
Around high sequence, right?
Yeah, they're both at least high sequencers.
So for corpse collector. Oh my god, it's been so long. Corpse collector, gravedigger, spirit medium, spirit guide, gatekeeper, and then it's 3, 2. Shit, my math is off. No, then it's 4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2. Yeah.
Maybe 4 is
So-
Undying.
I think exactly. Yeah, that's what I think too.
It feels reasonable. It feels like that's after gatekeeper. Like what's after gatekeeping, like a burial ground or whatever, like an undying individual, right?
Exactly. Yeah, like gatekeeper is like the gatekeeper of the underworld, and then eventually, once you've been a gatekeeper for long enough, you become sort
Undying.
of part of
Got
the
it.
undead, and you
Oh
just
yeah,
never
and
die.
that sequence 4 is the first step of a high sequence. So that's why it probably took him so long then. Yeah, okay, that's probably why he was stuck at that for so long.
Yeah.
Okay, so we
Like,
know he's
yeah.
somewhere between 3 to 1. Azik.
Yes.
Okay. Because ain't no shot he's sequence 4. Klein is already about to hit like sequence 5. Ain't no way. I ain't buying that. Azik
Exactly,
has to
yeah.
be like Azik has to be like 2 or 1 at this point.
Yeah. I went with 3, but 2 I can. But I don't think he's.
Okay, no,
don't
yeah,
know if
one
he's one.
one is a little too close, yeah, because sequence 0 would be Def. Maybe not 1. He's probably 2. But I'm gonna hype
I
him up.
agree
He's
with
probably
that.
1. He's probably 1. Knowing how cool he is, right? All right, let's see. What else do we
He's
get?
dope. He's dope as fuck.
Demoness of Unaging is sequence 2 or 3. Yeah, let's see.
Yes.
Oh my god, where is it?
So that's why I think she's a 3, and then yeah, I think I agree with you. I think she's a 3 and he's a 2 then,
Okay.
because
It's
I
Demoness
don't
of
think she's strong
Energy.
enough to be a 2. That feels crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think she's strong enough to be an angel.
4 is Demoness of
But
Despair. Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's probably 3.
Yeah. I think
So you
she's
think-
3, and then Azek is 2, because even in that conversation, it felt like Azek was stronger than her. Because
Yeah.
when Klein said, like, no, Azek wasn't panicked. He was like,
Oh yeah, he
shit
was
hits
like
the fan, I'll beat her ass.
he was like laughing, right? And he was just quiet the whole time.
Exactly,
He
yeah.
probably knew he can body
Exactly.
her at any moment if she tried something. Yeah, all right.
Exactly.
She's probably 3 and he's like 2. Okay. Yeah, Zik was just
Yeah,
smiling.
I think I agree.
Got it. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. What else was brought up in this? We still don't know shit on Planter. Got it. Even
No.
in Volume 3, we still don't know shit. Got it. Okay. We'll go over
Which
that.
is crazy.
Yeah, I'm
There's
telling
2 pathways that we know absolutely nothing about.
you. It was mostly Planter's the only thing we have sequence 9. Wait, what was the other one? Because I'm just thinking right now.
Reader.
Oh, you're right. Hold up. Where's Reader? Holy shit. Okay, all we know for Reader is Reader's 9. 7 is Knowledge Keeper, which was Isengard, like his detective.
7 is detective.
Oh yeah, it's so is it detective or knowledge keeper? Because it gave like 2 descriptions. I didn't know if knowledge keeper was the old name and then detective was a new name. Oh, it's both. Oh, okay. That's what was confusing me.
Oh, I see.
Okay, knowledge keeper and detective. Okay, knowledge keeper was probably like the older ancient name, and then detective is like the new name. And then I don't know how we go from that to polymath. Polymath was the next thing, sequence 6.
Yes, polymath is 6. Yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense.
Okay. And then let's see. I think that's all I
Polymath
have
is
written down for
basically
that.
like a shepherd, but better.
Okay. And then monster is a path that represents fate. Everybody keeps hyping up monster, so I feel like that's gonna play more of an important role later on.
I think about monster and just conceptually, that's so freaky, right? That we know monsters, what is it, 9, and then we know 1 and 2. Like, what is this?
Yo, D, bro, that is amazing artwork. Quick chibi fan art of Easy trying his hardest to speedrun Riz, who's just chilling. That's amazing, dude. I'm gonna save that one later. That's super cool, dude.
That's so cute, DSV. I love that.
Yeah, we'll add that one. We'll add that one.
Oh, they can definitely go. They can definitely go in the wallpaper if you.
Yeah,
or sorry, the thumbnail
gonna
of your
make
space.
Yeah, no one's gonna make it. Let's see.
That's awesome.
What else did we get? Sequence 6 is Pyromaniac. Of the conspiracist. Oh wait, so that's conspiracist pathway. I didn't write that down. What the fuck? What is sequence 7 Pyromaniac from? I don't remember that.
That's from the hunter pathway.
Oh, it's the hunter pathway. Got it. So the hunter pathway was called the what? The conspiracist pathway? I forgot about that.
The hunter was the red priest, no?
Red priest? Oh, am I wrong? Oh, so good thing I messed up my notes. Good thing this part isn't finalized. I'm looking because the only thing I don't have categorized yet, like alphabetically, everything I have under pathways, I have not organized none of this. Like where it starts breaking down what like each sequence does, I haven't really organized all that. That's the only thing I don't have organized.
I can send you my notes on it if you want.
Oh yeah, bet. Yeah, send it. I'll send you what I have too right now, up until this point.
Yeah, sounds good. Ramiro was saying sequence 6 of Hunter is Conspire. I think that's where you're probably getting a little confused.
Okay, thank you. All right, praise the fool. Okay, that makes more sense.
I'll send you all of my notes. Right at the end, after all the pathways are done, I have like a dash in between, and then I have like all the unknown weird kind of stuff regarding sequences that are in my notes. So like which ones we think are interchangeable and that sort of stuff.
Okay. Let me see. All right,
I just sent you my sequence ones. If you need anything else, give me a shout. I'm always happy to send it.
Let's see. What the hell is this? Okay, I guess I haven't organized some of the ritual stuff here. Oh, this part was funny. I forgot this was in volume 2. When Klein first found out about the spirit ritual or the spirit dance, when he was like observing all these people trying to like bring a zombie back from the grave. And then Klein had to like scare them away. That was a pretty funny moment in volume 2.
That was yeah, that was hilarious. Because I was watching them and I was like, "There's no fucking shot this actually works, right?"
Yeah, and it worked. That
Yeah,
was pretty
exactly. And then the
funny.
zombie came back.
Let me see. I have way too many damn questions for volume 2. I guess at the bottom, I just have all the fights that happened. So let me see. I guess we can talk about this. Let me see the fights. So the first fight was Klein versus Mercelot. What was Mercelot? That wasn't Rosago. This was before Rosago. This was the first confrontation. Klein versus Mercelot, the Zamagiri gang. Oh, the executioner. He was one of the hunters. Yeah, he was the Zamagiri gang executioner. Yeah, I remember he just like decked him in the chin and like that's all it took. Yeah. Okay. I remember that. That was a cool first fight. Then we
That's cool,
had
yeah.
Etleen versus Backland Ambassador. Oh wait, no, Etleen was Mr. A. Mr. A was disguised as Etleen,
Yes.
right? Got it.
Yes.
Let me fix this part. Now I see. Now I'm remembering.
Or
Okay.
or no, I don't think he was even disguised. I think he was like hidden in her body or whatever the
Oh,
hell
you're
that was.
right. Ugh, yeah, that shit was so gross, dude.
It was
It
disgusting.
was so
Ugh.
gross. Like I don't like I'm like like for me, I'm used to like ninja clone jutsus, like, and that's as far as the disguise goes. Fucking Cuttlefish goes crazy. He's like bloody face. It's like the skin is peeling. I was like, that shit always has me
That's
grossed
so
out. It's so
yeah.
cool, dude. Oh yeah, look, this is where I
That's
wrote
so funny.
mysterious book. I saw record. That's when he used it. Yeah, okay. Then he had his black armor. Oh yeah, and then like his goat horns came out. That shit was gross. I forgot about that. Yeah, when he first came out, his shepherd was disguised as a demonic true goat. Yeah, he had like black horns sticking out. Oh no, he had black armor with his horns sticking out. Then it was the Rosago. Then the third fight was Rosago versus Klein and Sharon. Oh yeah, Sharon was in on the fight. That's when he hired her as a bodyguard, right? Oh, now I remember. Yeah, when Rosago went up against Klein, that's when he hired Sharon as a bodyguard for those 3 days. Got it. Oh, and then I think that's when it was revealed that a mid-sequence seer can change faces. I was so confused when I was taking notes. I thought it was the interrogator, but Rosago was disguising himself as the interrogator. Okay.
Oh right, yes. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. It took me that long to catch up to what you were talking about. I was like,
My
what's
bad.
happening?
No,
Okay.
I couldn't remember. Dude, yeah, this was like so long ago, like compared to when we read, like compared to where we're at right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
The fourth fight was, what do I have right here? Klein, Sharon detect the evil spirit. Oh, this wasn't a fight. Klein, Sharon detect the evil spirit in the catacombs. And then Klein's
And then they just left.
it was like a scuffle. Klein's blood like turned into like maggots or whatever, and then they ran away. They're like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
It's funny, I don't listen to the real world rap, only the true creator. That's funny. The fifth one was Klein versus Talim. Who was Talim? Oh, they had a sparse fight. Oh, it was one of the people from the club he was going to. Talon was one of the people he'd see at the club, and I remember Talon was like, fight me, let's see how strong you are. And he just hit him like he hit him one time, and he's like, all right, I'm done, you're pretty good.
He's like, all right, I know my limits, bucko.
Thank you, Lee. Yeah, he wanted a test. I can't pronounce. How do you pronounce it? The equestrian teacher. Is that how you say it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Talim, the equestrian teacher. Yeah, he's like, let me test your strength. He's like, all right, one hit is good. You're pretty good. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
After Klein fought a bodyguard, I don't remember this. Klein versus bodyguard. Mike Joseph. Got it. I put this. He hits bodyguard in the stomach and then he karate chops his head. Yeah, that was another one. I think that's when a reporter wanted to hire him because he was gonna be interviewing people.
Yeah, they snuck into a brothel and then they had to talk with one of the ladies, but she was like hiding in a room or whatever.
You know, I forgot what she mentioned. She sounded kind of suspicious. She mentioned something. And Klein was like, like, I don't know. Maybe she'll come back, maybe not. Now you two know the theory about who the evil spirit is. What do you think? Oh, yes. Now you know the theory about who the evil spirit is. Yeah, that is a good question. One of the 8 angels, right? That's what the evil spirit was?
Yes. Well, maybe. We don't know.
Allegedly. We don't know, yes. Allegedly, the Wraith said they were killed. Oh my god! It's the memories. It's slipping, bro.
He said
the Blood Emperor killed him.
I was like, Yeah, he said I was a innocent murdered by the Blood Emperor or
Got
something
it. And
approximating that.
the Blood Emperor was Elise the Tutor. So Elise the Tutor innocently killed an alleged Kings of Angels, and it's that one.
Yes.
Got it. So allegedly killed the Red Angel. That's kind of poetic. Blood is red, and like allegedly innocently killed the Red Angel. Okay, that's very poetic. If that's what actually happened. What
Yeah.
was these? The 7-fight scuffle was Giant and Lenavus versus Crescent Sesamir when he takes out the goddess's sword, and they went up against the Red Gloves. Got it. Oh, Giant was a part of the Aurora Order. That's what I didn't remember. Oh, it was pretty. Oh, I forgot how he even fought. Giant from the Aurora Order, he'd throw like blood bombs. I didn't remember that. And then it like killed the civilians, but because they were using the blood mirror, none of them were affected. That's what it was. I was like, what the fuck did I write blood bombs? Civilians left hand. Got it. That's what it was. Evernight and True Creator fight, or their aura. Giant the bodyguard. Yeah, Giant was Lenavus's bodyguard. Got it. Yeah, because they wanted Aurora Order wanted to keep tabs on him. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Then Lenavus, True Creator's vessel. Oh, that's when he was attacked by the Bone Sword, right? And like he had like this whole empty gape right here. Okay, I remember that.
Exactly. Yeah, and he was like, all according to plan.
He's
That
like, I'm
was to
finally
kill
free. He's like, you fell for my plan.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
Okay.
You may have outsmarted me, but I outsmarted your outsmarting.
Let me see. And then the next part was the Devil Dog versus Official Beyonders. That's when Klein ended up in the fight by accident, right? Or coincidentally, he ended up, right? It's like he saw everything
the Devil
happen.
Dog, yeah.
Yeah, like all the 3 factions went up against him.
Exactly. Yeah, he went into the Devil Dog. I think because he got lost because of the skeleton key or whatever, or the master key or whatever. And then he just he was like, oh, run away.
Wait, how can a red angel who was a part of the Rose? I'm reading what Shaw said. How can a red priest angel who was part of the Rose redemption and was connected to the True Creator, no offense, Romero, be innocent easy? Please, trust. I see. That's the one thing people have noticed. I'm a little too trustful. I like every time an evil spirit anything talks like, oh yeah, I'll take it at face value, or whenever.
Dude,
I take it as fact. It's like I'm putting it in my notes.
I was totally like, dude, we should let this evil spirit go. He sounds like a good guy.
Yeah, like, you know what? This sounds like a really good side quest. We bring him back. We get a new companion. I'm thinking in like video game terminology. Like, we do this side quest. We bring him back. We get a new companion. All right. Evil spirits are persuasive for a reason. That is true. I like what Vex said. I can fix them. That's true. You see, that's what I'm thinking. Like, we can fix them. So we did this. Devil Dog versus the Official Beyonders. And then number 9. Oh, this was the Merrick and Sharon fight. Merrick, Sharon, and Klein versus the Royal School of Thought. What was their name? Tier? Jason? Wasn't there a third one? People said it was a 3v3 fight, but wasn't only Tier and Jason? Oh, Steve. The Rafe Steve. People were making fun of Steve. Like, why will Cuttlefish make a Rafe just Steve?
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
Like, dude, come on.
Yeah, I think that was like one of my. I think that was like my top 3 fights in Volume 2. That was a pretty cool fight. Yeah, I think we did talk about that the first time. Like, I remember I kept getting lost.
Because that was the first. Yeah, that was the first fight after he became magician, and he really used the shit out of those powers.
Yeah, and like he really started like showing off when he started throwing off all the fireworks. Oh wait, what did Romero say? Evil Spirit is a Hunter pathway, and Hunter had the Conspirer sequence. Wait, hold up. I'm getting lost in the sauce. Makes sense why he's persuasive. Evil Spirit is part of the Hunter pathway, and the Hunter had the Conspirer sequence. So he was conspiring. Makes sense why he was persuasive. Got it. So he has to have good persuasive abilities. Allegedly.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Allegedly. Free my boy. He didn't do anything.
Yeah, he didn't do anything right. Yeah, I remember in the Volume 2 author notes, Cuttlefish said, like, don't worry, I haven't forgotten them. That's all going to come back into play. Okay. What was this? I put a scuffle. Oh, you see, in Volume 1, that was it. That was all, like, there was only like 10 fights and scuffles. And then Volume 2 doubled it. The next one was Scuffle.
And then Volume 3.
Oh, this was funny. Yeah, we saw like 2 gangs fight each other in Backland. Yeah, the Tycoon gang and the Zemagir gang had like a little alleyway fight. It was like something like straight out of Peaky Blinders. And like he just took him out in like one hit. Let's see.
Yeah, no. That was Yeah, volume 2 was just, it was so long where it constantly feels like I'm constantly forgetting something or
Yeah.
a lot of things. It's like, it's so weird.
Some people were pointing out in the comments. I think it was one of the Chinese viewers. He said, at least in China, a lot of people really like Volume 2. Like, for a lot of people, Volume 2 is like one of their favorites, at least overseas.
Mm,
That's the one thing I
yes.
read, because everybody said like everything like metaphorically like ties in and is pieced together in like a
Yeah, I
symbolic,
was,
beautiful
yeah.
way. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, and I was actually planning on making a video on that, on like, because I think you and I both agreed that like, in terms of the story, the ending of Volume 2 doesn't feel as impactful as the ending of Volume 1, because
Yes.
like, Volume 1 was like, holy shit, like so many people I loved just died. What the hell? And then that guy mentioned, he was like, no, like we really love Volume 2 because of like the more thematic, not specific to Klein, but like the larger impact that it had,
Yeah.
like the whole Great Smog of Backland and stuff. And I was like, oh, I didn't really consider it from that point of view. That's really good.
Yeah, I
So
was
yeah,
like, maybe like in retrospect when I look back, I'm like, okay, I think I could see how like 2 would be more preferred over 1. I think Volume
yeah,
2 is one of my
exactly.
most memorable. I've cried so many times. Curse you, cuttlefish. Tell me about it, dude. Oh, and now you know the thing where I almost accidentally spoiled you. Remember how we were talking about Derek last
Oh
time?
yeah, yeah,
And it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
shit,
When you
yeah,
thought he
dude.
was gonna die.
I started getting emotional when I fucking thought Derek was dying. And I like, this is how bad my memory is. I completely forgot that fucking Klein has like where you can transfer pain. And I for the
Yeah,
longest
yeah.
time I thought it only worked against himself, but then he used it against Eisen. Oh yeah, he used a wound transfer. Thank you, Nightwalker. I remember he used the first time he used wound transfer on somebody else was
Yep.
Isengard, right? When they were first fighting the
Yeah,
demon
when they first
apostle.
ran into the devil.
Oh, the
Yeah,
devil. There you go. Yeah, yeah. The Nits, not
yeah.
Derek. No, no, yeah. Oh no, yeah,
Where
not Derek. Yeah, the Nits. When I
yeah,
thought he was dying, he's like, I left everything for you. Go tell my family I love them.
yeah,
Take my money,
he's like,
donate it here.
tell my
Yeah, that was pretty
yeah,
funny.
he was like, tell my parents I love them. And the old and then Klein heals him, and then all I could think in that moment is, have you seen that meme where it's like, tell my wife I love her, tell her yourself.
Tell her
That's all I
yourself,
kept
bitch.
thinking.
Get
That's
up.
all I kept thinking about.
Yeah. What did I say? At least in Volume 1, their death was not meaningless. Captain, for example, said, we saved Tengen. Our last thing with Kingly was charged at the cultist, but in Volume 2, that was so empty and painful. They were just numbers, just like meaningless sacrifices. Oh, okay.
Mm.
Wait, did you? Okay, without getting spoilers of a different series, you've never read Chainsaw Man, right?
I've watched the anime,
You've
but that's as
okay,
far as like
okay,
I
got it.
know. Like I know a little bit of stuff. Like I know Makima is I think it's the angel
Oh,
devil.
okay, so you know some stuff. Okay, there's
Yeah.
some things that happen in the later half of Part 1 where it's kind of like Volume 2, where people really feel like they're just like another number that's like tallied. And you know what? It
Mm.
I feel like I'm being a little what's the word? Like I'm choosing one over the other because in Chainsaw Man, I thought that was freaking crazy. It was beautiful. I'm not gonna spoil anything, pinky promise. But like there's a scene where people are literally just a number on the tally board, and I'm like, damn. I was like, this shit is cinema. And literally, Cuttlefish is kind of doing the same thing with like all the like meaningless people that had like a painful like death during the Great Smog. So okay, all right, I'll walk that back. Volume 2, I feel like it's just as meaningful. Okay, yeah, I felt like I cried more in Volume 1 because the people I died, we knew them
Yeah.
and it was more personal. Okay,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
okay,
Which again, which we both know is like that's stupid because it's like a person is a person is a
yeah,
person,
yeah,
but there's still like a substantive difference between like
yeah.
someone I know, like a family member, or like a
Yeah,
character I really come to
especially because we
love,
were like with
and
Gunsmith for so long. Yeah.
exactly, yeah,
Let's see. What else do I have here? Oh, there was like freaking like 4 to 5 scuffles with just the Desire Apostle. The Desire Apostle like first went up against the detectives, like, and when he was doing recon, when he made Stewart shoot at Klein. And then there's another part where the Desire Apostle went up against Klein and Isengard and Kozlana. I forgot about Kozlana. In Volume 2, it was the
yeah,
other detective that was to be on her. And then the
yes,
Desire
she's
Apostle.
that's yep,
went up against Duke Negan's secretary, but then it was revealed that like, hold up, he's probably part of the Twilight Hermit Order, so he kind of just like let her do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
What else? Desire Apostle versus the Cursed Armored Leonard. Yes, and then Desire Apostle
where he
versus
just
Klein
got
Sewers.
bodied.
Yeah, that happened. And then that's where Klein finished the job in the sewers. Man, I'm still kind of bummed out that never happened. I thought it'd be so poetic if like Klein was wearing his black armor and then Klein is in his like cursed silver armor. And then these two armored people would team up against the Desired Apostle, but that didn't happen.
No.
What else did I write here? Oh, Ince dropped meteorites down on Klein. That was pretty wild.
Oh yeah, that was so cool.
I think I couldn't like comprehend what was going on, bro. Oh yes, Leah, the disappointment on my face was pretty funny. I went back. I think I told you last time. It's well, what a coincidence. Is that the meteorite falling down?
Oh yeah.
That's exactly what fucking happened. What a coincidence. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Like coincidentally, the meteorite split and it came 2 days earlier. Yeah, that was pretty funny. I tried making that like, part of the thumbnail at one point that they're sending in chat.
Yeah, Ince was just out of his goddamn mind. But then I guess in fairness, Quill is constantly trying to kill him too. So he's like, I'm taking everyone with me.
Who was this? Jack. Oh, the demon kid.
Jack, the little boy.
Yeah, the little demon kid. Yeah. I forget. He had like his own eyes that represented Ouroboros, right? Like his own face depicted Ouroboros, like how Lenevus depicted the creator.
I think he had a stomach. I think he had a face on his stomach that was similar to Ouroboros. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so there was a face on his body. Okay. So wait. So now what I'm thinking later on, that might happen to Trissy, but like on her chest is gonna depict the primordial demoness, because you know how like the demoness sect are trying to make her a vessel.
I think it might have happened, but you remember that Angel 018 popped by Trissy and killed the vessel of the demoness inside her or something? Do you like the ring on her pinky
Oh,
cracked?
the ring shattered. Yeah. Oh, and yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Look, I'm already forgetting. Yeah, she was freed of that. Yeah, she was. Yeah,
Exactly,
she was freed. Okay, got it. And then Zik versus Ince.
I think
that was a good fight.
Yeah, I don't think Trissy's gonna come. I think Trissy's gonna be back, but I don't think she's.
not
But I think she's gonna
anytime soon.
help Klein next time
Yeah.
because she's gonna hate the demoness sect.
Holy shit! That is the perfect coincidental opportunity for her to join the Terror Club, cause she fucking hates the demoness sect now. Maybe. And now that
True.
she's against him, she's like, now I have more of a reason to join. She's probably gonna come across like oh, you can pray to this mysterious, like she's probably gonna come
fool,
across.
yeah.
She's gonna probably come across the fool's name. She's like, oh, I'm gonna take a gamble. Like I have nothing to lose. Let me pray to him. And he's like, help me destroy the demoness sect. And he's like, you know what? Let me bring her in and exchange more info. I think that'd be a good opportunity. Primordial DNS was actively trying to make her a vessel. Ouroboros was not trying. That was just a remnant power of his. Got it. And his remnant powers alone were able to manifest that face. That's what I find crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Court.
His remnant powers were were able to make an infinite time loop and do that to the kid. Just crazy.
Yeah, I find it crazy how Cuttlefish is really he feels really comfortable involving children in this series being like
I know.
killed or like some crazy sinister shit happening to him. He has to be like a fan of horror movies, dude. It's just wild.
Yeah, like I can't ever read a pregnant lady in this book and without being
Ever
like,
again?
a devil's coming in. Holy shit!
Yeah, Cuttlefish hates children.
What the fuck?
Wait, do we know if he has
Let
kids?
kids be kids. Damn.
Do we know he has a wife, but do we know if he has kids? It'd be funny. He's probably like the greatest father in real life, but like behind the scenes, like fuck them kids. He's like killing them off.
Yeah.
That's just wild, dude. I love him. He's amazing.
Yeah. I think Dr. Z made a joke. She was like, I can't imagine how bad his wife's pregnancy must have been for him to be this scared of pregnant women.
You know what's funny? He's like, I bet you he probably wrote when he was in the room. Was like, I have an amazing idea for a chapter. Okay, my wife is here. Hold up. Like, okay, now I feel like there's gonna be a hospital scene at one point. I'm not even gonna lie. Halfway through the series, there's gonna be a hospital scene. Like maybe when Will is being born, we're gonna cut to the hospital scene and like some crazy shit's gonna happen, dude. Wait, hold up. Let me just add
Maybe.
the last fight. Mr. A
Dude,
versus
dude,
Klein.
I think if Klein can get Will Ossipton to be like an actual ally and friend, we're really cooking now. Because
That'd
then
be
he's
pretty sick.
got by our calculation, he's got 2 angels as allies. He's got Azek, who we think is an angel, and Will Ossipton. Holy shit, we're
Yeah,
cooking.
I think it'd be sick if he can recruit him. And you know, it'd be funny if he like recruits him when he's still young. Like he's still a
Yeah,
baby. Like just imagine a baby at the tarot gatherings. They're like, it's
baby
me,
at the
Will.
Terror Club.
Everybody be like, what
Yeah,
the fuck is this little kid doing here? And then he starts like coherently speaking, or like he can like spiritually speak
yeah.
to people. That'd be pretty funny.
Oh, I think that'd be so funny where where the joke would be like no one knows there's a new member because they can't see the baby over the table.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because it's like a giant model table. You'd be like under the
It's like
table.
exactly.
You're like, who the fuck is speaking? Oh yeah, wait, yes, thank you, Shaw. Yeah, he is technically a sequence 1 archangel. Got it. Okay, that'd be pretty funny if that happens. You know, I'd be down.
Mm.
All right, now here, I think that's everything I had written in my notes. I guess before we end it, now we can get to the real sauce. You ready? We can talk about ships, brother. Who do you
We can
ship
talk
in
about
this ships? Who do you ship in this series?
ships. Ah,
Now now we can talk about who we ship Klein with. Thank you, Vec. I think I'm on board with Sharon X Klein.
Miss Bodyguard, totally
Yeah,
agree.
Miss Bodyguard.
Yep. 100%. Yep.
Ship with
Sold.
the true creator.
No better. I'm not gonna argue with that.
Easy. Don't talk about ships. Speaking of ships, I don't know if you ever heard what my first ship was.
I don't think so.
So originally back in volume 1, I was like, you know what would be an amazing ship, like a very poetic ship? Klein X Dally.
No.
Like Klein with Madame Dally. And
Madam Daly, why?
people are like, bro, full stop. Like, brother, be quiet. Do not talk about this. Because like the way like we know Madame Dally and Dunn Smith probably had some history in the past. I think it's been kind of referenced in volume 1. Like they had some history, but they never touched upon it. And I'd be like, wouldn't it be poetic if like these two people that lost someone, they like through each other, they find closure and then they like fall in love. People are like, bro, you've been reading too many romance stories. Full stop. And people are like, oh hell no, that like you are treading on like some like mighty NTR boundaries. And I'm like, okay, I'll stop right there. And then I was like, and then people were yes, Klein X Money. Then remember I was like, Klein X Money is the only real thing. And
I think the problem with Daly and Klein is like there's a pretty big age difference. I think the age difference between them is like a decade.
There's not much. It's not that big of a difference. I was under the assumption that Madame Sharon was like, she was in her 60s when she was first introduced. Because like the like yes, I know. The word the word madam made me think like, she's like a senior. Like she's probably like in her 60s. Women who are a decade older than you.
I love that, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, because I think she was like 31, 33, and then Klein is 21. I'm like, I didn't need that bad. It's like, all right. But yes, I think full stop in volume 2, I think I'm like, full stop, I'm Klein X Sharon. And then the one thing people have been mentioning a lot is Shio X Klein. I don't see that. I feel like I see more. Like we've had more interaction with fours. Like I can see fours X Klein, especially because like they have their own time when they're with like during the full moons and he's helping her. And Sharon we trust.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think Sharon. I think Alger and Cat Leia. I think are pretty. I think Alger seems obsessed with her. Good lord.
It's like we need to see this happen. And I think in volume 3, like I low-key see Gurman and Cat Leia. I can see that. Gurman X Cat Leia. I can see. Oh, not Cat Leia. Edwina. You know what, man? He can probably pull two. He can probably pull both. I can see both happening. I can see both happening. Knowing Gurman Sparrow's persona, I can see that happening. He is scared of her. Did the voices in your head tell you about Shio X Klein? No, someone actually said it in chat earlier. So I think that's why I locked in on that theory.
Yeah. What are we doing about Danitz? Is he getting neutered here?
Yeah, no,
That's a
that's
good
what I
point.
thought. I'm like, in my mind, I was like, oh, I'm gonna feel so bad for Danetz because we know he likes her. I was like, no, maybe
Dude,
not.
not even Danitz. Apparently everyone on that ship is only there because they want to sleep with her. What is happening?
Bro, I was going crazy when he was like, I guess everybody must really like her. Everyone was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then
And
he
then
walked away.
what was it? I forgot what the Nit said. I think I read it yesterday. The Nit said something along the lines of like, I either have more friends or more enemies now, or some shit like that. That was pretty funny.
No, I think he said something like, I lost all my friends or something
Oh
in
yeah,
that
I lost
instant
all
or
my friends and
something
now
to
have
that
more
effect.
enemies. Is it you should
Yeah.
read less romance novels? Yeah, it's been a while. Like I used to like back then. Look, man, my romance anime history has been like Your Lie in April. I've watched all the sad
Ooh.
anime. Yeah, so I guess that's where I go. Like Clan. Have you watched Clannad, by the way? Huge tangent. Have you watched Clannad?
Lannon. No, I
Clannad.
have not. No.
If you watched it, you should watch Clannad.
Oh, Clan. No, I have not.
Clannad or Clannad. Yeah, it's like 2 seasons.
Yeah,
Clannad,
no,
and then
I
there's
have
Clannad
not.
offers
Yeah,
3.
no, I have not seen it.
What a Rhodes? Wait, what was it? A Rhodes? What a Rhodes says to the Nits
Erida's
again?
second.
I forgot, but it's funny.
Oh yeah.
I forgot what he
When
said.
Eridas asked him like, "Are you in love with your captain?"
Oh yeah, he did ask him that, and he's like, "I'm not." Oh yeah, and then he couldn't shock him because they were speaking through the telegraph, right? Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what he's like.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna answer that fucking question. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that did happen. That was pretty funny. Somebody said, "Whoa, what is that? Oh, that looks spicy." Was that
Why did
German with 3
why did
ladies? Okay, I can see. Full stop. I can see that happening, dude. You know what's be crazy? I can see German pulling in all the female admirals. Like, you know what? German's pretty
Yeah.
badass. I can see that happening.
Let
That'd be pretty
let
sick.
Gehrman cook.
Yeah, let German cook. Do you prefer when we can step over? You know what, bro? It got a little freaky. You read that today, right? Yeah, that whole interaction
read
with
what?
a Zix lore.
Oh yeah.
And before that, it got a little freaky. Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's the one thing I noticed. Volume 3, it started getting just a little bit freaky, just a little bit. But you know what? I'm down.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we can wrap it up there. I think that was it.
Yeah.
Unless we have more speculation on Volume 2. But I think that's it. Well, I mean, we did talk about some speculation in Volume 2.
Yeah. I'll just quickly see if I have anything super new that I added. But
Wait, hold up. I have a question. I don't know why I still have this written down. I have Klein's con friend. I think that was fake. I think people were trolling me when I was reading Volume 1 or Volume 2. Klein had a con friend. No, I think that was a joke. Never mind. I was like, what character is this? I was going through my notes. I don't remember this character. Wait, Klein theorized that Alista, with the help from some other Sequence 1s or Sequence 0s, killed the Red Angel for his characteristics and became a god of non-compatible pathways. What do you guys think? Oh my god, thank you for saying that. Remember, I thought he didn't get to that point. That's why I didn't mention that.
Yeah.
Dude was so ballsy. He's like, fuck it. He went straight to another pathway with 0 compatibility.
He was like, yeah.
That is
he was like,
fucking
fuck,
wild.
it probably works out.
It's crazy that you're like that far in your sequence and like the one law that you know you shouldn't break, he's like, I could do it.
He's like, nah, I'm built different. I'd be fine.
Fuck it. Like he literally gambled right there. Yeah, he was straight gambling. He's like, I could do it. Nah, he literally went nah, I'd win. The one thing, he did go mad from that. You know what's the think? Somebody helped me out the other day trying to like put my words together. I'm thinking later on in the series we're gonna find like one like really strong enemy that went mad became a rampager, but he's able to like control it in some wild way. Like the guy is probably so sick and twisted that when he loses control, he's able to control it because he's already been crazy for so long. That's what I've been thinking. Like I feel like the strongest person to lose control will be somebody that can like control it. I don't know, especially because I saw the first episode of To Be Hero X. I think you made a video on it.
Oh, okay.
I saw the first episode of To Be Hero X, and like they can control their fear. And I'm like, you see, if they can control their fear, like there should be someone in this series that can like control the madness.
That can do the same.
Yeah, it's like I feel like that'd be a pretty cool twist. I'm not like all those other Beyonders. They probably thought they're
like
they're
if
probably acting
some-
like Leonard. Like, I'm the MC. That's probably what Elisa thought.
Yeah.
He's like, I could do it. Yeah, he
I
had
feel
MC
like if
complex.
someone is gonna control the madness, it would probably be someone off the devil pathway. Those people are out of their
Yeah,
fucking
It'd be
minds.
someone from the Devil Pathway or like someone from like the Aurora Order, right? Like if
Yes.
we were introduced to Mr. A, who was the last one? X? I think it's X because it wasn't all the alphabets. It was X. I think it was a like. I feel like if there's somebody that crazy, no, I don't think there was a Z. Because it was 22. Yeah, I think it was 22. So it was Mr. A through
Yes,
Mr.
I
X,
think
and then
so.
the 5 Saints. Oh, there's actually one thing I forgot. This was I wrote this down in the lore. I just skipped over the lore. I found it cool how we got introduced to the first known saint of the Aurora Order. He like betrayed the Abraham family, because you know how like Abraham family would like risk losing control, so they took in all these apprentices. The true creator,
Oh right, yeah.
he spoke to him like he was speaking to Romero, like, hey man, you should come join us. And then he like stole
Yeah,
all their
oh,
he
yeah.
stole all their like he stole like more than like half their artifacts. And then he hit like I
Right,
think he hit
yeah.
demigod.
And then he was the reason there's a curse on the Abraham family.
Yeah, there you go. Like he betrayed them, and then wait, was he the reason? That I don't remember. No, wait, people are saying no.
I
No,
feel like
what
they
part?
said no, wait, sorry. He was oh no, sorry.
Oh, he was not
Wasn't
released
he?
from
No, but there was a Mr. Door. Yeah, but didn't they say that after he'd left, like half the people of the fucking family died or something?
Oh, I think they
Am I
split.
misremembering this?
I think they split. Let me see. Let me go. I actually wrote this down. Hold on. Let me go. I know I wrote this down. I think that's the only reason I was able to remember.
Right,
Let me
yeah.
go to. I went. Where is my lore? Lore Abraham family. Come on. Don't do this to me now. I gotta remember this. Or maybe. Oh, the Aurora Order. True creator believes in and wants to resurrect them. Oh, and then the guy was Traveler Botus.
Yes.
He convinced Traveler Botus to betray the Abraham family and steal their sealed artifacts for the Aurora Order. After Botus reached demigod and became one of the 5 saints. Oh, this was his title, Saint of Mystery. Got it. People are like, I got double VODs to watch now. That's funny. Oh, because we were both streaming at the same time.
Yeah. I really hate doing overlaps. I try to avoid it like
no,
the plague,
that was
but,
my fault because I know you scheduled it ahead of time. No, you're good, dude.
It's all good, man.
I think that's it though. Yeah, I think that's all we got.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything else we missed, unless people say something in chat.
Yeah, I don't know about the ASIC lore. I'm so invested now. Like I so want to figure out like what happened with Alista Tudor, as like that person seems so powerful. Like again, just the simple fact of like ASIC, who at that point might have been a sequence 2, 3, even 4, let's say, looked at that person and just got conked out. And just went, that's crazy.
Oh, you know,
So,
maybe when Death fell, that's what helped them go past the undying part. No, that wouldn't make sense. Never mind. Yeah, no, it's weird, but like now we know, like at least timeline wise, it wasn't just Death fell 1400 years ago and then he like started his like lives. Like no, there was like a gap between when Death fell, the Pale era, and then like his interaction with this new character, and like there's so much. I think he's like, from all the characters, he is my most interesting character because there's like, I feel like he could have easily made Azik the main character if he wanted to in this series, whereas like now he doesn't know information just like we don't know. Like it's cool. Like I like how he makes, like through Klein we're learning the universe. I feel like it could have worked both ways. Like through Azik we're learning about the universe because he's learning new stuff. Wait, the Pale Disaster is the fall of Death. Wait, it's the fall of Death? I thought the Pale Disaster was when he was with the primordial demoness.
So I think the Pale
got it.
Yes. I think the Pale Disaster was like an attack they planned. The primordial demoness really got screwed. Death fucking died.
Yeah, there
I think I think it was that he had his memories up until the War of the Four Emperors.
Yeah.
the war, the Pale Disaster, and then after that something happened and his memory just got shot.
Okay. I guess that's what's called the Pale Disaster, maybe. I guess like everything related to death fell, right? Hey, wait, Pale Disaster was a disaster brought about the Primordial Demoness and death. Primordial Demoness got badly injured. Oh, yeah, so they got badly injured. Because I remember they brought about it, right? I didn't piece together like, oh, they also got hurt because of that. Got it. Like, they got hurt because of the thing they caused? I guess that's how I interpret it. Trissy is the protagonist.
Yeah.
Oh, we definitely can't get into the R18 stuff. At least I don't. At least I don't get into it.
No, I don't. Yeah, no, none of that. I think probably what the Pale Disaster was, it might have been like a kamikaze attack or something that they tried to do on the other gods or whatever. Turns out they were just more prepared than expected. And they got
shit,
yoinked.
You're right. All the other gods did team up. Yeah, I forgot. Wasn't it the 7 gods? Oh, wait, no, hold on. At the time, there's only 6 known. Yeah, okay. Got it. Yeah, I forgot about that. Like, they all jumped them, right? I completely forgot about that. It's so easy for me to forget things if I'm not looking at all this stuff, like, religiously.
That's why like, I get that everyone jumped it, but in my mind, it's still so funny that Death fucking died.
No, I'm telling you, there has to be a way where, like, Death is like still alive in like some way, shape, or form. Like there has to be a way. Like I don't think it's that easy. Like just how like the more you talk about the result, the more you have me thinking like I don't think it's like that simple. Like there has to be more behind all these like important figures like quote unquote dying. I don't know.
That's definitely possible. I just because like we even know that like even killing a mid-sequence Beyonder is difficult. Like Klein to kill a mid-sequence Beyonder needs to like shoot him in the head and then run around in a circle 7 times and then pray to the goddess and then bow down a couple times.
Can I do it? Like,
and then he might
die.
Like it's the craziest thing. So killing a god can't be easy.
All right, then I guess we can leave it there then. I think that was fun. I feel like we got more of our thoughts than across for Volume 2. And we lightly touched Volume 3. All right.
Yes.
But remember the numinous epics that tried to create the artificial death. I don't even remember that, D. Remember the numinous episcopate. I don't even know how to pronounce that name. Tried to create the artificial death. I forgot about that. Was that in Volume 2 or Volume 3?
That was just mentioned just a couple chapters ago.
Oh, that was recent.
Like,
that's why I forgot. Yeah. I have a bad short-term memory. And top of a bad memory.
Yeah. The demoness mentioned that
oh, Katerina.
Like, hey, I have some papers that reveal that we tried to make a fake death or something.
Yeah.
Or would you be interested in those?
Oh,
and Isaac was like, sure.
Now I remember when they mentioned that, when they said they tried creating an artificial death. I'm like, I'm sorry, are they like talking about a Zik in some way, shape, or form? I don't know. Like just how like I was speculating how the world would be independent of Klein at a higher sequence. I'm like, okay, what better way to be like undying or part of the death pathway if you like can miraculously bring the dead back to life and then like make that its own thing? I don't know. I was thinking like maybe there's a tie, but I guess we'll leave it there then, and then we'll talk about Volume 3 soon.
So, yeah, we should. I think we've both got. I think we've got like 100 or so chapters left at this point. So I think we're both pretty close.
Wait, I don't think it's a spoiler if we know the exact number. Do you know the exact number?
I think it's early 700s. I don't.
Wow,
732.
that is like right around the corner, dude. That's like 140 chapters. Oh shit, we can do that in like a day or two. Yeah. Any thoughts on the Caesar?
A day or two?
No, I'm kidding. Dude, I'm always. I
was like, you might be able to do that.
I'm always joking when they're like, "Oh, we're done in 100." I'm like, "Give me a day." And I don't know if people genuinely get mad or if people know I'm joking.
Okay, that caught me off guard. I was like,
"Where's our Audrey cosplay?" Hey, look, man, I'll do my Audrey cosplay when I hit 600 today. And Wiz got to do the Sharon cosplay, and then we'll do a cosplay stream together.
Hold on. How am I getting roped in
I'm
this?
joking. No, I'm joking. Nah, I forgot who was the one that.
Why are you dragging me down?
I didn't make the bet. Somebody told me that you guys were talking about that. Bro dragging wisdom. Never, 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 never. We're in this together, right, brother? No, I'm kidding you. I'm
Yes,
joking,
sir.
dude. It's like I'm streaming. You're gonna say yes, right? No, I'm joking, dude. Wisdom easy. We're gonna have our demoness arc. That actually be kind of funny. I don't know if I'm like that confident to pull that off. Though I don't know. I think
Dude,
Maximilian, dude,
if
once wore like
dude,
a
my parents see
dress.
me wearing a dress, I'm getting kicked out. You don't
Yeah, like
understand.
I feel like I'd be shunned from like the whole inner circle, you know. Like
Yeah,
like all my
exactly.
friends would shun me, you know. I'd be kicked out.
Yeah, exactly. I can't.
All right, then I guess we'll end it there then, dude.
I think we'll leave it there, buddy.
But, all right,
All
look,
right,
I'll
thanks
stop the
for
recording.
great conversation.
But yeah, it was fun, dude. I know. I guess if there's like 140 chapters, realistically, I can do like shit. I feel like maybe by the time the season comes out, we might be there, right? I feel like by the time the Donghua comes out this month, we should be done.
Yeah, that's about 3 weeks out.
Yeah,
So
I think we
even
can
if
do it.
you're giving, yeah, that should be good.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about the
Oh.
Sea King Calvatua.
Oh, the Sea God Calvatua. Yes.
I guess we only lightly touched Volume 3, right?
on Volume 3. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I
We
guess
mostly
we'll
focused on
like
Volume
we'll
2.
do the whole thing for Volume 3 again. You'll
sounds
probably have
good.
to help me out more on that because I know I still haven't taken notes yet on that.
Oh yeah, no worries, man. What if you want, if you're ever interested or like need something, my notes are I just have them linked on Discord.
Oh yeah, I saw it
so
was on
anyone can
Discord.
pick them
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
we still have
So if you ever need something or have some questions, they're not great notes. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No,
Don't
yeah.
go to
I feel
them
like
as a
I feel like for
master
both
key.
of us, we can't say it's perfect because like we know there's been a wiki up for like a decade at this point, but I don't touch the wiki because
Exactly,
I don't want to be like accidentally spoiled. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Because I'm telling you, I remember when I tried going on the wiki for info, I got spoiled on like one pathway that was like sequence 1. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Exactly.
The wiki.
I remember I pulled up the wiki once, and the wiki was very clear. It was like, hey, listen, if you aren't finished, be very careful because you'll get the slightest bit of detail, and it'll spoil you for a bunch of things you can't even understand right now.
I remember when I was reading, I was reading like the Volume 1 description when I was trying to do a review, and I think it started mentioning shit that happened in Volume 2, and then I'm like, wait, I think this is like an overall description. I'm gonna avoid this. Like I was trying to find like just like that's the thing. I was getting frustrated on the wiki. I thought the wiki would be split into volumes, but no, it just like when I clicked on characters, I was like, okay, Volume 1 clown characters. Like nah, I'm like this shit just started like name dropping all this other shit. I'm like hold up, and like I remember the reason I found out. It was like after we read the reveal of Adam, I was like, wait, hold up. Why the fuck is Adam on the clown section? Like, hold up. This is like referencing everyone. I was like, I'm out, dude. I have notes of all the pathways revealed up to 595. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mick. Yeah, it's like, I think I'm up. Just my 2 notes. I mean, it's basically done. I just have to fix all the pathway shit. Ender sequences. Wiki will spoil you. With the end of COI. Oh my god. Are you gonna go into COI right away? I know we finished recording, but are you gonna go into COI right away? I don't know if I am.
Not right away. I think my plan is to, after I finish Lord of the Mysteries, to read some manga and stuff. Just take it a little slower for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like shorten manga. I'm not reading anything fucking long or anything.
Like,
but
I'm gonna read One Piece.
and then get into COI. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we'll need a palate cleanser. I think that's why I saw the first episode of To Be Hero X, because like, oh, my voice hurts. Let me just like chill and watch something.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, we're gonna read more. Yeah, I think what I am gonna do, I'll probably head out just so I can eat, because I went live right away instead of eating. I should have ate first.
Oh yeah.
Cause I was like, wait, I need to keep up the pace. Wait, what chapter did you get to?
591, I think.
591. Okay. I think I started at 92 today. Okay. All right, man. I'll start heading out. I'll probably end stream then.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
It's not funny. I got spoiled some later stuff before I started the novel. Hey, that's crazy, dude. All right, man. I'll let you go then, dude.
Okay, all right. Thanks for the good shot, buddy.
Hey, bro. Hey, if you go to Anime Expo next month, you let me know, bro, because I'm gonna be there. I don't know if you ever been to Anime Expo.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's in Cali, right?
Yeah, it's like all the way over there. It's like all the way in like LA or something.
Yeah. All right, that would be a flight.
We're playing MC.
All right.
All right, later, bro.
Yeah.
Take care, dude.
All right, see you, buddy. Have a good weekend.
And all right, look, we ended it. That was fun. Oh, and then look, now if I close Discord, will that stay open? No, it stays open. So I have to turn it off. Wait, now I can remove this. Let me remove this one. And let me remove this Discord thing. Dude, thank you guys. I just realized we're almost at 2,500 subscribers. Holy shit, man. That's crazy, dude. Thank you guys. All right, I think what I'm gonna do before we get to 600 today, I'm gonna go eat because I have not had breakfast. That's the one thing I'm missing, and I've been neglecting my phone for too long. I gotta see if the missus has sent me a message. She was gonna be like, you better not be fucking ignoring me. Like, I'm gonna kick your ass. We've been live for almost 4 hours. Holy tarnations. I think we're good. A nice discussion. Yeah, I think we had a nice discussion. I think we went over all the things we were missing. I think we're good right there, though. Right? I think I'm gonna quickly end it. I'm gonna go eat, and hopefully we come back today like around the same time. I think the one thing I need to do now, while I'm eating, I'm gonna start skimming through the Xbox presentation thing, just because I'm always watching all the game panels for anything that happens. I'll probably do that for a little bit, and then I'll start uploading the video. I don't know if I should keep the stream going. What chapter did we stop at? What chapter are we on? We're at 98. Yeah, we're at 98. So we were almost done with 98. We only needed like 2 more chapters. Okay. All right, here I'll end stream. I'm gonna go eat for a little bit, and it might be a little spontaneous when I restart stream. So it's probably gonna be unannounced because I don't know what time I'll be back. But I'm definitely gonna come back and finish it. I might be in like 30 minutes or like an hour or 2. I'm not sure though. But I'll just end it right here for now. And then I'll just have all the videos uploading when I'm like going to bed or something. So I'll just end it right there, okay? Oh, look at that anime wallpaper. I haven't seen that one. It's called like Egg something. All right. I'm going to head out, okay, guys? Peace. Have a beautiful day. Thank you guys for tuning in. We were reading like rapid fire today, huh? It's crazy. When I lock in, I can actually read it. But just sometimes my tunnel vision gets bad. I don't read you guys on chat. So I guess that's it doesn't help too because I have my monitor, my dual setup monitor like up and down. What would be really cool if I can get like a third monitor somehow and like have it set up right here. That, or I just use my iPad to have chat open at one point and I can free up my screen space. But maybe that could work too. Yeah, but I'm gonna head out for a bit. I'm gonna go get some grub because I haven't eaten. I haven't even had breakfast. All I had was coffee. Like the coffee was able to keep me good for like what the last 4 hours, but I'm gonna go eat now. So I'm gonna end stream. We will be back later today, and we will hit 600 before Wiz hits 600. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Okay, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace. Later.